Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
Did you see Kendrick's new music video, that
Yeah,
GNX?
I watched it. Hold up, GNX video? I thought Squabble Up.
Oh, Squabble Up. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
I
Well,
watched
from
it.
GNX.
I was eating my canes. I called Mondays Music Mondays now. So all I do is listen to like the music we're gonna review, like catch up on it, and like content, music content. And I was like, you know what? Might as well watch this video. Yeah,
Was it everything that everybody was hyping up?
they hyped it.
That's all that I saw on Twitter timeline.
It's Twitter, B.
That's what it's hyped.
It's Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. Was it everything everybody hyped it up to be? Oh, Kendrick is on an enormous run because he dropped a surprise music video. I'm like,
It's a music
it's
video.
a music video.
All music
I'm
videos.
about to say, what music video do you? I mean, yes, some do have like dates of when they're coming out, but it's like that's not the norm. That's not the standard.
The crazy thing is, I think Dave Free posted it before it came out, like an hour. Like posted like a screenshot of it.
Someone's like, yeah, Kendrick is on a run with these surprise drops. I'm like, it's just a music video. Like, I'm not trying to be the hater, but I'm like, it's a music video. Like,
People just wanna
the song
see-
is good. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but I'm like,
They just
y'all
wanna-
are just
they
praising
want-
him for literally anything.
They just want to see what's some of
meanings
the
and
hidden
messages.
meaning and messages in it.
No, but it's the fact that people just glazing it because it just came out in general. I'm just like,
I couldn't even watch the video. I was too busy eating that meat. You know what I'm saying? Canes.
welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I am your host, the cultural commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with Moody Marlin.
Yeah, AKA T now. You know what I'm saying?
And we're here to bring you more hip hop goodness where we actually have real conversations.
Real conversations.
Over the music, not just the drama and the BS. In today's episode, we
got some
a
drama
lot to talk about, but we don't rely on the drama. and
Yeah, I
BS.
know, but
That's different.
I know.
But see, that's when we get in your journalistic bag, though. We get in your journalistic bag. But we got a lot to talk about today with some of the new releases, like Balloonerism finally getting an actual release date. J. Cole's 2 famous mixtapes, besides Friday Night Lights, coming out on streaming last week, which, I mean, he did release it, after the pod. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Rakim and Scarface teasing an album together.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That'd be dope. We also got some sad news with Cypher. He just recently passed away. West Coast legend, as I've heard.
Drake. Yeah.
Drake
R.I.P.
suing UMG. Young Thug getting sued from some type of $16 million deal. Beyonce performing at the Houston Texans game on Netflix, which I hope they get their servers correct because that's going to be a scary
That's
sight.
gonna be Amazon Prime job if y'all mess up.
And we got plenty of album reviews because we actually talk about the music over here. From Ice Cube's Man Down. This is for the OGs, the old heads, B. Boldy James and Harry Frauds. This is for those East Coasters that just hype up everything, B. Will Cherry Somewhere in Ohio. Dom Sharpe from Potty Mouth days before. And Kendrick Lamar's GNX. We actually already made a full episode of our first impressions the day it came out. But, for y'all, it came out the day after. So make sure y'all go check that out to go see our first impressions. We spent an hour talking about the album, breaking it down, and giving you guys our first impressions on it. But today we're actually going to give you guys the full review of the project itself. So I cannot wait to do that as well. We also got some discussion topics of Wayne responding to maybe a few shots thrown his way from Kendrick as well. Top 5 albums we would want if we could only listen to those 5 hip-hop albums of all time. HipHopDX's TDE ranking, which was disgusting. And is Drake okay because of his actions recently with that legal lawsuit? But before we actually get into today's episode, make sure you check the timestamps in the description in case you want to skip to a certain part of the episode. You don't want to watch everything we got to do because the show is divided up in 4 parts. What we've been jamming, where we talk about some of the new music or just music in general that we've been listening to. The hip-hop news section, where we talk about new music and new releases, album reviews, and hip-hop discussions as well. Timestamps will be in the description down below. We also upload clips daily on the YouTube channel, so make sure you come to the YouTube channel. That is the hub for everything beyond beats and culture. Jesus.
Hey, well, you
I
killing
was on
it.
a run, though.
You was on a run, bro.
I know.
That was
I had to
impressive.
swallow. It was, pause on that. But don't forget to show love wherever y'all can show love, whether you be listening on YouTube, which you should be coming to the YouTube, which you can see our beautiful faces, and Apple Music, leave a comment, Spotify, where you can watch the video and also leave a comment as well and leave a ranking, and Amazon Music if you're just that nasty. Yeah. But before we actually get to the show, B, how are you doing?
B, doing all right, man. Yesterday I spent all day in this grocery store getting stuff for Thanksgiving. I gotta cook.
Oh, you're hosting Thanksgiving?
No, it's me and my girl. What we do, we just cook at home, and then what?
Negro, what's on your finger?
She's still my girl.
Me and my girl.
Negro. Hey, she's still my chick. You know what I'm saying? We'll cook, but I think for a few hours we're gonna go out to my granny house as well, in Dallas. So. But other than that, we're just gonna chill at the house as well and cook and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What about yourself, B?
I'm all right, man. Just listen to the music. My weekends is filled with work, music, and Twitter shenanigans. I like to get into it on Twitter, but that's when I'm working the most because we're putting out a lot of content. We're recently on our way to being partnered. I put in the application, so hopefully that returns back to us soon. I've been active on them social media, so make sure y'all follow us on all the social medias because all I do is put in work, man. All I want to do is be successful.
All you wanna be successful.
You can't talk about him no more, B. He's not part of the culture.
They say they gotta kick him out, B.
They've been trying to do that, so I don't know why they just trying to do that now. But before we actually get into any of that drama and BS, because we're not just chilling with them, B, if you get what I'm saying. Chilling with, you get what I'm saying? What have you been jamming since the last episode?
Oh, man. So, what I jammed, I think Friday, I listened to Ausar. He was featured on D2X.
And he was on Ro Moore's album.
He's on Moore's album? Yeah,
I think he produces for him, so he's from Chicago?
Yeah, he's from Chicago. I want to check his project out because I think he popped up on my timeline. And I was like, let me check this project out. It came out last year. It's called I Know Now. It's not a bad project. He's a decent rapper. He comes from that also kind of similar to Saba, sound like Saba and stuff like that. That production, some of
So
that.
he's in that same realm.
He's in
like
that same realm with the Chris
and all that?
Patrick and all that. Chris Patrick is on this project, if I'm not mistaken.
They might be in the same circle.
Yeah,
D2X and
yeah,
Chris Patrick.
he got
That's a new.
Deontay.
Hey, B, Underground Big 3? Well, not big, but Underground 3? They getting there?
No.
Well, they a little.
They have their
a
own little
trio.
sub thing. I guess that's sub underground. You know what I mean? But nah, not.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That trio.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them. I can't call them Big 3.
Yeah, but this is it was okay. It was a good listen. It wasn't bad. He did the whole having his family call the voicemails, typical thing like that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of getting tired of that. Like the voicemails.
You feel like it's gimmicky?
Yeah, it's a gimmick. Like to me, I think it's like kind of played out now. The whole voicemails, and he even had a skit when somebody's like, when they voicemailed him like, don't put this in a song either, and he did. But a standout track that I really that showed some kind of cool like creativity to me that he did was "Don't Date Rappers," an autobiography, and he was just saying don't date a rapper because they good with their words, blah blah blah. Like how he was flipping it and doing it, and then he flipped it in the next verse, being like, oh, I'm that rapper, so and so, breaking down himself. I was like, yo, that was to me that was a standout track to me as well, showing off his creativity and good writing right there. But that was that one track that actually like, dang, this is an ideal I never thought about before. This is pretty creative. But overall, I think it was okay. Listen, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. If you want to check it out, you could be.
He was on my list.
Yeah,
I just didn't get to him because we just had so much to listen to this weekend.
But it's called I Know Now. If you guys haven't heard, it came out last year. I don't know what time of year, but it was last year. And it's okay. Cool project. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to write home about, to be honest with you. But it's not bad, bro. I'll just say, hey, I'll check out your next just to see your progression and see how good you got, because it's like you taking a year off. So maybe you're working on something big. So I'm going to check it out. What about you, B? What you got?
I guess the first project I listened to last week, outside of, the reviews that we was doing, The Come Up. J. Cole finally released his infamous first mixtape, because I don't know what was before that, or everything before that exactly. But he did recently release both his mixtapes, The Come Up and The Warm Up. Sadly, Kendrick stomped on that whole release right there, because The Warm Up came up the same day as GNX. But listen to both those mixtapes, The Come Up and The Warm Up. This is the J. Cole I miss, B. This is what made me fall in love with J. Cole's music, B. Like, I miss this. This brought me back to that little room back in DeSoto when I was in my mom's place playing like Arkham Knight or not Arkham Knight, but like Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. Playing like the PS3 back in the GTA 4 days. This is what this music brought me back to, B. It's hard for me to even talk about, well, not even talk about it negatively, but it's hard for me to judge this because I just had such a nostalgic tie to it. I'm just like, I can't judge this. But it brought me back to that room, B. I was listening to the music, I'm like, J. Cole, what happened to you, dog? Like, what? To me, my favorite J. Cole era is from
College Debt, J. Cole?
Yeah, The Come Up to Born Sinner. Because I'm just like, man, J. Cole, man, I don't know what happened. He started growing them dreads, man, and he just...
Hey, go rewind the tape to the beginning of the pod. He wasn't saying this.
What?
J. Cole in his bag. He's
was.
ready. He's ready.
From off season to Mightily Later, we're not gonna lie, B. Lyrically and pen wise, like in terms of like writing,
but that
he
hunger,
has gotten better.
But he don't feel like the hunger.
He don't have that hunger in his voice, B. He don't have that hunger in his spirit no more, man.
Like Grown Simple.
Yeah.
Can I Live?
B.
Like, hey,
Dollar in a Dream.
Dirty Part 2.
Dead
Oh, you
Presidents
talking about
1
Convo?
and
Yeah.
2.
Oh yeah. One. Oh, 2 he killed 2.
B.
come
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I just have too much of a nostalgic bias towards this one. I'm like, I
we
can't
gotta-
talk about or judge this.
But we gonna talk about Friday Night Lights though.
Oh.
Back to the topic. Honestly, forgot it.
Come on.
Hoes money up.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah.
We might do a review of that.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
bro, that's
But
not
yeah, J. Cole's to come up in the warm up. Recently released on streaming last week from the time of us recording this right here. And man, it was such a good listen. They are longer than, the usual 40 to 50 minute mixtape, especially for back then. But it was a J. Cole. I'm just like, man, like, you got it, J. Cole. You got me right here. But yeah, what are your next projects, B?
Man, I know, but looking at this cover just remind me when I saw it on YouTube when he posted it up there, and I just remember like, yo, this cover hard, because I found him a little bit after the come up came out, and then I know I wasn't following him like that. So and I was like, oh,
See,
he
I didn't
something
know
else?
about him until the warm up, which
Yeah.
made me go back to the
Went to-
come up.
yeah.
But I learned about that from you.
Yeah.
Because this boy used to have the Mac. I don't know what Mac you had.
Yeah.
You used to have all that music. He used to have a dope little UI on Apple Music.
You know how I used to
and
do
this
it.
is before streaming.
You talking about the cover
Yeah,
flow?
you saw the cover.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
cover,
God. I'm looking at the covers. I tell people all the time, I judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
You got an interesting cover? I'm like, okay, I kind of want to look at that. I saw him with the basketball in space. I'm like, oh, well,
all right.
what's happening right here? I need to check this out. But yeah, go ahead, B.
My next project will be. Dang, what was the other project at? Dang. Well, my next project is an R&B album. You know what I mean? I think her name Ramon. Ramon. Rimon. R-I-M-O-N.
Or Riemann.
Ramon.
Ryman. I don't know.
Ramen.
Mm,
Anyways,
Ryman.
this was a really good listen, man.
What genre?
R&B, man. She's singing, man, and like I think she's from. I don't know if she's from London or. I know I hear her accent. I know she E-Trend. You know, they be having them.
Oh, she'll get the American voice when she sings?
No, you don't really hear it like that. You can hear it a little bit sometimes. You be like, dang, but then you hear her little accent as well. But nah, bro, I really enjoyed this listen. I'm gonna go back to this. It was really like smooth, but also artsy in a way because I like some of the vocals and some of the samples she chose in here. And man, the standout track, I want to say "City's Burning" to me, bro. Oh my God, I love that.
How long is the project?
Oh, it's 42 minutes. 42 minutes, 12 tracks, and it flows real good, bro. Like, oh man, sometimes it feels cinematic to me. And I just love that type of production on R&B projects when you have them vocals, man. Not saying she's like the best singer, but it sounds really good to me.
But in today's day and age, that's actually good.
But yeah, but the name of the album is actually "Children of the Night," and I don't know I probably gotta listen more to understand the context. Like I think she has like some type of theme to this as well. But overall, man, I think it's a really good listen. I recommend it to you, man. I know you be in your R&B bag, man. And you say them the people overseas can do a little better R&B than us. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think they all can do it. But hey, when they get to doing it, hey, they get to doing it.
Hey.
The only ones I got right now is LMA and Flo. Those are the only ones I got. But if I got to add them to the repertoire as well, I will.
Yeah,
Americans, y'all better step your game up. All y'all got is Summer Walker right now. I'm just saying.
All right, B. But yeah, that's my second project. I thought I had another one, B.
And they letting Tyler kill him too. And Tums. Y'all better step your
Tyler's
game
on
up.
Tyler, she be on her what's called bag. They be in there. What's that stuff called?
International?
Nah, the music they make.
Dance?
Nah, dance hall. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's called. Yeah, they can have that.
Shoot, but they be putting it on on R&B and hip hop stations. So
Oh yeah, dance hall is R&B hip hop. It's all inspired by that.
no, I know, but hey, singing wise, step your game up.
She a little, you know what I mean? Both of them though, Tim's too. She.
Let me save the show real quick. My next project, Denzel Curry's "King of the Mischievous South," the actual album. So
You didn't talk about that last week?
No. We reviewed Volume 2, like as a show for a review, and he added 5 more tracks to that to make it a deluxe, and obviously he rearranged it to make it feel more like an album. So I listened to the album version because I was like, okay, let me go ahead and double back, spin back. Let me see what changes he really made to this album. Do the additional tracks do anything for me to really change my mind? Because I honestly thought that while Denzel is a good rapper, I thought that the album was mid. I mean, it's good for what it does.
But yeah.
But in terms of like an album, like Denzel has given me better albums.
Yeah.
And so, since he's terming this as the album itself, King of Mischievous South, I wanted to listen to it. My feelings didn't change. In fact, I probably liked less songs on it. Some of the bonus songs, they cool. They fit the vibe for what it is. but nothing really like drawing me back to it. The songs that I really do like is like the songs with Maxo Cream, the songs with the Mexican OT,
yeah.
the songs I kind of liked already, like the song with Kenny Mason and Project Pat. The songs I already liked on here that I really liked on the last project, I liked on this version as well. It's just some of the bonus tracks didn't really do it for me. And his sequencing, while it is cool, it still didn't make it feel like a full-on album for me. And so I'm just like, this just feels like a homage, which I mean it is, to 3 6 Mafia mixtapes and albums back then. But for me, this don't really draw me back in compared to an album like a Melt My Eyes, Melt Me See Your Eyes, whatever it's called. It has a long title. Or Taboo. So to me, this is in that realm of Zoo. So if you like ignorant, like Denzel, turn up Denzel, you'll like this. But for me, I'm just like, I kind of like want more. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you've already given this to me. You're doing it again. And while some stuff is cool, I'm not going to like the whole thing because I need a nice balance when it comes to these albums.
Right.
So, yeah, listen to King of the Mischievous South. Sorry, Denzel, this one didn't win me over either, but I wanted to give it a spin. I wanted to give it a try because you can't knock it till you try it, B. Certain things you can, but I didn't want to knock Denzel because Denzel is my guy.
Yeah.
Now, Dom and Kiko, they do not like
They don't
Denzel,
like Denzel,
fans.
bro?
And so I'm like, okay, I gotta listen. Look, this is a guilty listen right here. I gotta look. You know how I usually put on Twitter now playing.
Yeah.
I was afraid to put that one up there.
He was like, yeah, I ain't gonna do
I was like, that's why I put that tweet. I said Denzel
Oh, yeah,
Curry
you put it
fans
right
work
there. Yeah, yeah.
He's right here. But yeah, Denzel Curry, King of the Mischievous South, mid. But hey, I can understand if you like it. Just wasn't for me.
That's all I got, B.
All right.
Look, because you said Kenny Mason, I forgot to jam this album. I had to put it in my library. I was like, that's what I was supposed to listen to this weekend. I freaking forgot, bro.
I guess that's my next project that I actually have lined up right after
I
Denzel.
didn't even freaking listen to it, man.
Listen to Angel Eyes by Kenny Mason.
It's Kenny Mason.
It's the same thing that we already got earlier.
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
And I don't want to say that like it's a bad thing,
but
but it kind of is because it's like I already got this album.
Yeah.
Obviously, in this one, he has like a bit more of a story with skits in the beginning of the songs or the end of the songs to kind of like tie it together. It's a very weak narrative. I like the rock stuff as usual. It's just the rapping stuff. I'm like, okay, or okay, this jams. But for me, when it comes to Kenny Mason, I like his rap rock stuff a lot more.
Yeah.
Like the song Teen Gohan on there, which is the outro track. He has one bar on here, even though it's on the rap song, where he's like, my fool like, what do you say, my homie like anime, he in jail, he at Comic-Con. I'm just like, oh, Kenny, it's the rapping sometimes. Like you can have them stretch weak bars right there, and I'm just like, Kenny isn't a bad rapper.
now.
He's not a bad rapper, and sometimes I like his flow. He can sometimes fit in that Gunna range where it's like, he's doing the mumble like this. I'm doing the way like this. Like he sometimes, well, not sometimes. He's always in that if he's not doing his rap stuff. He does have this one rap rock song where it's like mostly like rap rock, like actually split in the middle, where he's like doing this loud yelling. It reminds me of X from back in the day, XXX Tentacion. It reminds me a bit of that when he was yelling and then he could get into regular rapping and get to yelling again.
Okay, I got you.
And so, you know, with Kenny Mason, if you've heard his earlier project this year, 9, this is more of the same, and that could be a good thing if you really love that project and you want more of that. And if he puts it together as an album, it's going to really sound a lot like the same, but this is literally all the same. The only grace that I give Kenny Mason with this is that he does what he does well, and he doesn't make it like full-on long projects. Like they're like, what, 30? Like
Yeah, they'd be like 32
30-something
minutes or something like that.
And so it's not a lot of tracks, so it doesn't take up a lot of your time. But also it's like sometimes it's like you could easily dissociate or you could just easily turn your brain off and just like, it could just be in the background type stuff. But like I said, I really like his rock stuff. That's what really draws me into it. He be really into his bag and that stuff, B. But yeah, Kenny Mason, Angel Eyes. I just hate that you put it out the middle of the week. I wish you would have put it out at the end, but also maybe he knew that boy K-Dot was coming through.
Who knows? I'm mad that I ain't listened to it, man. I'm gonna check it out though, probably tomorrow.
But yeah, it's more the same. Not bad, but it's like if you've heard 9 already earlier this year, you've heard this. Yeah. Just go to it for the rock songs, I'll say that. You'll know which ones are the rock songs because you'll know by the production. Next project I have, Jaleel, yeah. Existence. This is not for me. This is
It's your first project from him?
No. I listen to all his albums or mixtapes or whatever. He only has like 2 or 3.
Good for you, B.
B. He only has like one fully length project and the other was an EP. One was, I think, it had the song Hot Shot on there with, it's like a chromed out face of his. The other was his album that he put out, or mixtape that he put out last year.
That man need to be on a football field.
He does. But yeah, this is like his second like actual album. It's called Existence. He's definitely a baby of Cardi from the Whole Lotta Red era. He's definitely a baby of that. I think the problem is like he mixes that with like the dancehall tracks. Like he does the Caribbean tracks.
He been doing that?
Yeah, like he has a little bit of it here and there on like his other like projects, but he went full on this project, and I'm like, oh, this is not my jam. This is not what I like from Jaleel. And I'm not saying that Jaleel is like a master artist or anything like that. He has some songs I like here and there. He's very wishy-washy for me in terms of like, oh, I like this, I don't like this. Oh, I like this, but I don't like that. Yeah, for this right here, this was not it. He tries to get in that sexy Jamaican, Caribbean,
The dance hall.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, like, and he's super.
Also, it's also African. What they call it?
I don't know.
Afro beats.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I always
he's
call it
Nigerian
dancehall.
too. So
Yeah, you can see that. But yeah, this wasn't it. This wasn't it.
yeah, I'm good, dude.
Yeah, would not recommend this. I gave this a 1 star because there was like maybe like 1 or 2 songs I liked. I really wanted to give it like, if I could give like a 25% of a star, I would. I could give a half star, but I was like, that's my boy Jaleel though. So I mean,
The only cool thing he did when he jumped off stage and fell.
fell.
Yeah.
I thought he jumped on the crowd.
Nah, that boy hurt himself.
No,
You
that
don't
boy
remember
be
that?
flipping. I know that boy be flipping.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. You can do your next track.
Next project. I was just on a roll of like stuff that I'm just like, this is weird. This is different. This is interesting. Let me listen to this. I didn't know Juicy J and Pierre Bourne had a project together.
How long ago was that out?
I think it came out 2022. And honestly, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is a match made in heaven. Pierre Bourne production, Juicy J rapping. This could be fire. Juicy J is a legend.
Okay.
Pierre Bourne, he's making his way, kind of. B, they are both producing on this project, and they are both rapping on this project.
Nah.
B, this is one of the most tonally out of their projects ever, because this is Pierre coming into Juicy J's world. So the production is loud and booming. Juicy J is doing his regular thing. I'm tired of it because I've been jamming it since the blog era. Mm-hmm. Pierre Bourne's coming in here, and it's not a good mixture of the two, because Pierre Bourne, he comes in with this super melodic, chill flow that he usually does, and Juicy J is like super hype. And like I said, the production is more leaning towards Juicy J, even though Pierre has production credits. And B, this is one of the most formulaic projects, along with that Big X the Plug I listened to earlier this year, because the same formula. Juicy J raps first, Pierre raps second, end of the song. Obviously, there's a hook in there somewhere, but Juicy J always raps first. Pierre Bourne always has that second verse. It was like 30 minutes.
What made them do that?
B, I saw the cover, I'm like, oh, I didn't, because I was on Pierre, because I was looking at the Young Nudie thing, I'm like, I wonder if Pierre got any other producer like type things that he done with other people besides Shavo, because I love the Shavo project. I love Young Nudie, him and Young Nudie's projects. I'm like, and I love Pierre, Life of Pierre 4 and 5. I'm like, all right, let's see what he does. Juicy J. I'm like, all right. No. And Juicy J is a legend from the
Pierre
South.
needs some youth around him.
That, I think, I don't know what it is. Like, Pierre just gets into his zone sometimes where if it's not a Life of Pierre project and it's his project,
I'm good, bro.
yeah. But
I still got to listen to Juicy Jazz album. I heard of one song on there. I need to listen to the full thing.
I need to listen to it too. But I was going to listen to it, but that's how I saw the Pierre one too. So I was like, all right. Next project I have, Sade, Diamond Life.
Okay.
It was cool. I have nothing bad to say about it. Also, Sade, great vocally. Songs, they cool. It don't really like, whoa, to me. Yeah. I really like the other project that I listened to earlier this year. I forgot the name of it. The one that has Cherish on there. I really like that project. But this one's cool. It's not bad. I had nothing disrespectful to say about this.
Sade, bro.
I know, but when I do the silence, you know the people might think, oh, he's about to say something disrespectful.
No.
I have nothing to say disrespectful. I'm just trying to find a way to say what I'm trying to say, but I also have nothing disrespectful to say. I just don't really have much to articulate about this. Sade to me is one of those perfect like mood setting music, but also it's perfect as background music. Not background music as in it's trash.
It's the quiet storm, man.
Quiet storm. Perfect analogy, B. I like that.
That's all.
But yeah, Diamond Life by Sade. I gave it a 3 out of 5 only because it's like, it don't wow me, it don't grab me. It's still a good project. Yeah. Like I would listen to this again. It's like not offensive. It's just that it's not something I'm just like, if I had to rank the Sade albums, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to.
I got a few of her joints on vinyl from my uncle collection from my 80s and stuff.
Where do you live again?
Come on, bro. I got a good amount of OG stuff, B.
And I only have like one more project, and we both kind of listened to it this week.
What was it?
Dom Sharpe's.
I listened to Icarus, Story of Icarus.
Story of Icarus.
Okay.
That's my last project.
I did listen to that. I listened to that.
Yeah. And I don't know if you actually want to talk about
we can
the jamming section.
We can just talk about it.
review.
We can talk about it in the
album review section when we talk
like
about
go
days
into
before.
it, like what else we heard. Yeah, we
Okay.
could.
Okay, then, yeah. But that's about it for what I've been jamming. That's about it for what he's been jamming.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below.
Yes, sir.
Now it's time to get into the news section of the show. And let's go ahead and get into some of the new music releases and announcements. First thing we have is Mac Miller Balloonerism. We talked about it at the last episode,
Yeah.
but we now have an actual release date of
17th.
January 17th. People are hyped. Vinyl pre-orders are going up. Mac's estate, like we said before, along
Killing
with
it.
Doom's estate. Killing it right now. In a good way, obviously. Next releases, even though I kind of talked about it in what we've been jamming section, but I do want to make an announcement out here because we are blog era kids.
Yes, sir.
J. Cole has finally released his The Come Up mixtape volume 1 and the Warm Up mixtape on streaming services, along with his podcast, The Inevitable. He's been releasing it along with his episodes.
I actually got. I still haven't listened to it. I have
You
it.
actually paid for it?
I paid the $10.
Oh, nice. Is it
Probably-
worth it?
You want to hear it? I could just send you the
No.
link, right? You don't care?
No.
Okay. I still ain't played it yet.
Jay, look, I could just get What's the Dirt's summary on that, and I'll be good.
That's what he been doing?
No, but he did that little breakdown video of.
Oh yeah, I ain't watching.
Yeah, I did. I watched the whole thing yesterday. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there for people who want to relive J. Cole's nostalgia, or see what we went through and why we thought Cole was that guy.
B, is J. Cole 3 mixtapes in the top 15 best mixtapes of all time?
All 3 of them?
Well, blog era,
All blog era? All 3 of them? Mm-hmm. I put at least 2 of them up there.
Warm Up and Friday Night Lights.
Of course.
Friday Night Lights might be top 5. Blog era.
You got to wait, me.
I don't know. I just want. I know. I just want to break it up.
Yeah, because you know Jay. Come on. Overly dedicated. Come on.
Nah, it's overly dedicated.
No, I agree, but
Yeah.
when we talk about these tapes, though. But you said 2 of them. Or
No.
you said
I said I said 3
Friday
of them in
Night
top
Lights.
15, but 2
Friday
of them
Night
in top
Lights.
10. I say Friday Night Lights top 5, Warm Up top 10, in the top 10.
Warm Up is definitely for sure top 10. Friday Night Lights, fighting for that top 5 is a bit difficult.
We might have to talk about that.
Yeah, we want to talk.
I just want to
that.
bring that up, that little nugget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jog your brain a little bit,
Yeah,
man.
'cause, I gotta think about what all came out there, and then don't forget, there wasn't a lot of slouches back in that blog era. There was a lot of heat back then.
It was.
Next release we have, and it's actually a teaser. 2 GOATs from the game of
Yes,
hip hop.
sir.
Rakim and Scarface. Rakim took to his Instagram, posted a picture of him and Scarface, which we're all glad to see that Scarface is doing well. We already talked
sir.
about it in the news section in a previous episode, so go check that out. He did have open heart surgery, but it seems like him and Rakim are on vacation. Rakim posted,
Yeah.
y'all be into a collab album? Like, y'all
Yeah.
waiting for the collab album? B, would you be hyped for a collab album like this?
Would I be hyped? No. I'm be honest, but I will listen.
Like a show review? Would you do
Yeah,
a show review?
we'll review that joint. But I'm just saying,
Hey, B.
I won't be hyped.
But B, be real. Who you think watching? Who?
I think it's Scarface. Get him.
Man, so got something to say. I'm just saying. That's what I was saying. I think that's what I was making
But
up
that
to.
is like the student and the teacher in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well.
I want to who will hold the production. Because, Scarface be producing a little bit too.
See, I forgot about that. Obviously, we
But
listened to
Rakim
Rakim's
also been
project
starting to
earlier this
produce.
year, where he fully produced it, which
Yeah.
I wasn't too favorable of, but because I'm young, I don't get it.
Yeah. But I like if they put other producers on that.
Yeah, P Rock said that he wanted to be all on it. He said he wanted to be all on. He said, "Yo, y'all can't do
Hold
this
up.
without me."
Then I might be hyped.
I was saying, P Rock said, "Yeah, P Rock."
You said that, I might get hyped.
P Rock said, "Yo, like y'all can't do that without me."
Bro, that'd be crazy.
P Rock said, "Hey, yo, let
Picture
me
like
get that."
Pete Rock or 9-1 there on it.
Negro.
Oh my God.
Negro. We sound like old heads.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to be too hyped. I'm like, yo, if I get hyped, I think adding a producer element.
But these are like dream elements.
Yeah, they
So it's
are.
like,
that's what I'm saying. That's
back
what makes
then they wouldn't have happened, but like now they don't really like. I don't want to say
Yeah.
they don't care, but it's like they can do whatever they want. They're
Facts.
completely free to do whatever they want. So it's like we get a dream collage right now. Like, you get what I'm saying? So even though Scarface and Rakim is not something I've been dreaming of,
Right.
to hear those two together, godfathers of rap, and to hear like one of the godfathers of production in hip hop as well. Maybe a little Ninth as well.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dog. Like I wouldn't be too mad at that.
I'm just saying.
Like, I'm getting a little happy, excited if that were to happen. Hey, Rakim, Scarface, y'all need to hit up P Rock. I'm just saying.
That'd be
Hey, he had a
crazy.
great album this year with Common.
And they working on. They putting out something else too, right? Him and Common.
I can't wait. And the last release, and this is your boy. And I was like, oh, ain't that B's boy? Draco the Ruler, The Undisputed Truth, December 1st.
Draco, man, R.I.P. man.
Yeah, with the West Coast just dominating
Bro,
this year and doing
this was
their
his
thing
bag,
year.
like the stuff Kendrick's rapping on, bro. Bro, I can just, bro, I love Draco, man. I just wish he was here to like, man, he would have definitely been on that
You
project.
don't say that because earlier today, I heard some of the Kendrick stuff and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I went to some Nipsey and I'm like, God dang, if Nipsey was alive right now, man.
Oh,
I was
yes.
reminiscing on that.
Yeah,
I
but
was
now
like,
I'm just saying, like, Draco, that's his bag, bro. Oh my god, bro. Him
he
on
would have been killing that
freaking
beat?
Draco on freaking Peekaboo, bro, killing that, bro. Him on Why Now? What's it called? It's called Why Now, right? No.
No,
What they say?
Peekaboo.
Not
TV
Peekaboo,
off?
the other one. The one, Hey Now, Say Now. Oh my god.
Hey now, say now.
Yeah, bro, Draco, he was just a beast, bro. Man, RIP Draco, man. But I might check this out, bro. I might check it out. Just
Yeah,
to listen
because
to it.
he passed away in 2022, right?
I think it's 2022, bro.
2020.
20 it was early-
24
it was-
right now.
Yeah, I think
So,
it was 2022.
2 years removed.
2021.
You think this is actually an album that he was already working on, or like what?
I actually don't even know, man. Draco the ruler, bro.
But yeah, that's supposed to be coming out December 1st. So by the time our next episode is out, it should be out, but it's not coming out necessarily.
2021, bro, at the end of the year, bro. He was 28, bro.
Pretty young. Yeah. Sadly, we're going to have to start the next section off with some sad news as well. But that has been it for the hip hop announcements and releases that are coming soon and that has come out. Now it's time to move on to the hip hop news and current events. Let's go ahead and start off on a sad note, B. West Coast rapper Saphir, I don't know how to say his name correctly, passed away at 54. I don't have much to say about this. He was a West Coast legend. Gonna respect that.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about him besides I think he was in a movie that I've seen.
Yeah, I know he rapped around like he was up in Oakland, so he would have unique flows, man. With them guys, rapping with what's the name of the crew? But he was with Razkaz, Casual, all them dudes, bro. Digital Underground. He was a dancer with them with Tupac and all that.
He was a roommate with Tupac.
Yeah,
at one point,
yeah,
right?
bro. He, I think Mike Seatown like posted a freestyle. No, he did a track off Casual joint, and like he had a little interlude on there, bro. And he was it just dope. He had like back then how some of these, especially at West Coast, a lot of those Oakland guys, bro, the Bay Area guys, they had this different flow, bro. Like they was so unorthodox or whatever you could say. Like they was like you couldn't freaking pinpoint like where they was gonna go with their flow. Like he was one of them type of guys. He was different, like pretty much like ahead of his time type guy. But he didn't get like he wasn't the guy that was
The recognition.
yeah, real recognition. But the people that know him, they know him. Like hieroglyphics and all that type of stuff when he was involved in. Oh yeah. So man, hey, R.I.P. to him and praise up for the family. 'Cause I feel like every week is a death in hip hop. That's why I say I'm thinking when we do the end of the year, we should do like a list of like people that passed away this year. So R.I.P. to you, man. I didn't follow much of your work, but I knew about you and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I knew of you. I didn't really know about you like that.
Right.
So R.I.P. to Saphir. But on a lighter note of someone who has passed, MF Doom. Food re-enters the Billboard charts 20 years later after its release, which we did a review of that. Go ahead and check out the clip if you want to, if you don't want to watch a full episode. We already did a review of Food. It re-enters the charts 20 years later, B, to a new peak at number 18.
that's pretty dope, man.
That is crazy. And we don't talk about the numbers.
Yeah, we
The
don't really
numbers
care about
never
it.
dictate quality. But it's dope to see that MF Doom is charting, and he charted so high.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that on there, even though we don't talk about numbers. We're not the numbers guys. But when you do something good or dope, I at least want to give you your props and congratulations.
And they just let you know it's your new ears that's listening now and stuff like that.
That and plus maybe the sales of the actual vinyl too.
The vinyl as well helped, so like that, because they did the re-release,
The
20-year anniversary.
anniversary.
I need to buy that because I want to use. I want to frame it because I didn't get the print. I had the print. I bought it and then canceled. Like I was like, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done it. It's only 100 made. Dummy. But yeah, shout out Doom, man. It's a state.
Yeah.
Wins.
Next piece of news we got, more good news. Berklee College of Music in Boston induct Kid and Play into their Hip Hop Hall of Fame for Hip Hop History Month, which is November. I mean, it's suitable to be in November because Chasemas also resides in November as
Here
well.
we go.
So yeah, I just wanted to put that in there because we've had a conversation kind of about Kid and Play and how like old hip hop heads, there's no fucking hip hop no more.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, but y'all had Kid and Play though. I'm like, what? Like y'all had Kid and Play, but y'all want to kill us for Nelly. Like, chill out.
I
Dog.
love Kid and Play, man.
No, I'm not saying nothing's wrong with them. I'm just like, y'all had y'all fun.
And they
We
put out
let us have
classic.
our fun.
They put out classic movies.
I thought you about to say albums.
Nah, movies, man.
Oh yeah, House Party.
House Party 2. What's the one with Blade Brown and Duncan Penderhughes? What they school act.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say the school one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to put that in there because I wanted to put some good news. We don't shine a light. We don't shine a lot of light on this.
Yeah.
And, you know, people like NFR, Kirko, Hip Hop All Day, all of them. You know, certain person that should be chilling. You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna post stuff like this. I want to post some you know, some good news every now and then about some of our OGs. You know, because we are called Beyond Beats and Culture.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, for the culture. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Kid and Play, Hip Hop Hall of Fame, getting inducted in there at Berkeley Colleges of Music in Boston. But if we're gonna give some congratulations,
Yes, sir.
Texas native Beyonce
Yeah.
is performing at halftime for the Houston Texas game, and it will be live on Netflix for Christmas. Correct?
Yes. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. You know, the game messed up. All right, we understand y'all first go around. It's really not. But if y'all mess up that halftime show, y'all gonna get probably some unsubscriptions.
Look, y'all already on the red. Y'all are going. Look, the red. Look, y'all will owe the red at that point.
Bro, Amazon gonna be like, y'all ain't got the software. We do,
Facts,
bro, because they do every Thursday they do an NFL game. They killing it. And I don't know. Netflix did Raw, WWE Raw.
I'm not sure.
I don't know
I think
when.
So, yeah.
It happened
I think
already?
it was recently because
I
DJ
had-
Head and all of them was there. I think
I didn't see no problem.
they was at some wrestling. They did some wrestling event.
Nobody. I hear nobody talk about it.
Come on, it's wrestling.
What you mean?
I'm just messing with you.
I'm just saying I don't know if it was a bad stream or what. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a turnout, kind of like the NFL though.
The WD network is officially shutting down ahead of the Netflix move. So they just permanently moving to?
I have no idea. You know, I'm not into wrestling.
I'm about to look into that. All right, my bad.
But yeah, Netflix, get your ish together.
Hey.
This is look,
Hey,
the
y'all
two
wrote-
people y'all don't want to f up. Well, three people, kind of. Well, 2.5. Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
Hey, and the Love Is Blind reunion live. That was horrible.
Was it?
They tried to do it. They couldn't do it. They tried to do their first live thing like for a reunion from Love Is Blind. I think like 2022. I think that happened. And that Drake.
Well,
they couldn't even work.
And also Mike Tyson and Paul. Yeah.
We saw, bro. My screen
Froze
freaking
at the
froze
cheeks?
right at the cheeks, bro.
Well, I was telling you, be like how the stream was gonna be. That's why.
Hopefully y'all get it together.
Yeah, facts. But let's go ahead and get into the drama section, sadly. But this is news, though, so we're not going to be a chatty patties like that over here. We're actually giving you journalistic news over here. Young Thug sued for $16 million in a publishing deal. Assumedly, he sold his publishing off to someone.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Whoever he had a deal with before with his music, they were supposed to get a little cut. They were supposed to get something from that. Well, they were supposed to be getting something off top of his music, and he wasn't supposed to be selling it like that. So now, you know.
So
it's
now
like-
he's getting sued for selling it.
Yeah,
because
he's
he
getting
didn't
sued
give
for selling it.
because that person, whoever the company or whatever, they didn't get their cut of that.
Either they didn't get the cut or they were supposed to just keep making music. And, you know, like, that's like me having a car loan or whatever.
They say he has to repay a borrowed sum, including the interest.
So I feel like this is like if I went to go get a car, I got it with a car note or whatever, and then I sold my car to someone else.
Yeah, right on.
But I didn't transfer my note or whatever, but I sold it to them.
Yeah, I got
It's like,
you.
yo, I still owe you.
Because yeah, they say they want they borrow and they need some revenue sharing from the concerts.
Yeah. This just really sucks with Young Thug just now coming out of jail,
Yeah.
him making that move, and now he's getting hit with this.
$16 million.
But also, who was on his team that let him do that?
Yeah,
And not told him any of those stipulations. That's what I want to know.
we're gonna see, but maybe it could be a faulty thing or whatever. We don't know because people get sued all type of stuff. So we'll know soon later once Thug lawyer or some speak up about it, and we'll get more in depth into the details.
Well, I think if Young Thug is getting sued, transition baby over here, I think he should go and ask Drake how to really do it. You get what I'm saying? How to navigate that, because we already know he got them ties, not mob ties. You know, ties. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean-
Drake is suing UMG and Spotify for some suspicious activity with those streaming numbers.
Man.
It looked like it was altered data, B. It looks like they were trying to pin Kendrick Lamar as the winner before it wasn't even a fair fight for Drake, B.
Yeah, he been going at radio, some of the radio stations and stuff like that. That was doing all that, bro. He is wild.
Hey, Drake, as a Nation of Drizlom myself, I will be defending my GOAT later in the discussion topic. I'll be putting on my tinfoil and I'll be speculating. But for now, that boy Drake, he said, yo, I'm suing them for that Not Like Us. He's not suing Kendrick, though, because some people are running with he's suing Kendrick. He's not suing Kendrick for Not Like Us, which means that I guess he's a fair sport in that sense. but you still kind of looking a little crazy
It's
right
a little
now.
sus, bro.
You looking a little crazy, but also we got to tie in the fact of him doing 100 gig stuff, him trying to release stuff,
Yeah.
his footage and all that. There's no telling if they
I think
copyrighted
all
that.
this with the beef. I think he already was having issues with his label and stuff like that.
I agree.
And I think the beef adding this and then that song blowing up and doing all this type of stuff, it kind of added more fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm gonna really put my tinfoil hat on, and like I said, I'm gonna do my theorizing later. Drake had one of the highest grossing tours with that "It's All a Blur" tour. Wasn't his deal with UMG 400 million?
Something like that.
He made over 400 million on that tour, B.
Yeah.
He possibly already paid that off. UMG's like, oh, like technically, Drake, you gotta do this, so you gotta do that. Drake's like, oh, y'all trying to keep me as a slave?
I already told you that.
I
told that coming with something.
Hey, B, that Kendrick free the slaves bar, rapping like you free the slaves, that hit a little different now, don't it? I'm just saying, B. But yeah, Drake, we'll talk about you later. My goat. I hate that this is happening to you. But yeah, that's about it for the hip hop news section of the show right here. Let us know what you think about any of this news down in the comment section down below. And let us know, like, you know, how you feeling about all this stuff. It's a crazy world of hip hop right now, B. Very, very crazy.
Sicko. It's sicko mode out here.
Very. But let's go ahead and get into these album reviews, B, because, you know, we actually talk about music out here. We don't just talk about drama and BS. We got 5 albums for you guys. Ice Cube's Man Down, Kendrick Lamar's GNX, Boldy James and Harry Fraud's The Bricktionary, Will Cherry's Somewhere in Ohio,
Yes, sir.
and Dom Sharpe from Potty Mouth, Days Before. Let's go ahead and start off with Ice Cube's Man Down. B, you suggested that we review this project. Why did you suggest that on this platform, B, besides the fact that we actually talk about hip-hop on the channel?
Because, man, I know that a lot of platforms are not going to touch Ice Cube reviewing. Maybe a small, but not many people's going to talk
So,
about
B, can I ask you why? Is it maybe because of his political stances, what he's been doing in the media recently, or, you know, in the past? Or is it because he's just old and
He's
maybe washed?
He's an old head. And, like, you got to understand, people's all about the clicks, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I like to just shine every part of the culture, B. The underground, the lower to the underground, you know what I mean? The OGs. I just feel like we should have some OGs in our Rolodex because
Even if the OGs say that we can't talk about that because we're not OGs?
But now they're gonna come in, they're gonna talk, they're gonna hear this review, they're gonna watch this review, and they're gonna understand it's also young men that listen to this too, bro. So we gotta have a different perspective. Just relax.
But also, we could talk about the music because it's not just meant to be consumed by y'all.
Facts.
If it was, they put an age limit on the music. That's all I'm saying.
And they don't want to do that because ain't no age limit on money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm understand this. Look, I always like Ice Cube has a discography that's his beginning is like pretty much untouchable, but that middle part of his discography is a little like you know,
Unfocused, watered down.
People have, you know, a lot of his fans was like, dang, they be wanting to defend some stuff, but then they can't. And I just thought like, man,
Sounds like me and Drake.
I was just like, nobody really talk about those middle ground albums that Ice Cube. They just kind of, you know what I mean? Then
Can I tell you something, B?
What?
I got on the Ice Cube, obviously because of his movies, but I got on him for Raw Footage. That was my first Ice Cube album.
Ice Cube album, okay. And it's crazy because I was watching the Dead End Unks, you know what I'm saying? And they was
Shout out to Dead End.
hey, y'all gonna review that? Y'all gonna listen to that Ice Cube? And then they was just like, I don't know, man. And then they made me think like we are, like, you know, they older and they still like, I don't know. And then I saw people like older guys on the timelines that be on Twitter in the hip hop community.
I seen no one talking about it.
I saw the old heads. They was like, some of them was like, man, I don't know. And then some people was like, yo, it was dope. I actually enjoyed it. Blah blah blah. Like, cool beats, old head rap, pretty much. So let's just get into my thoughts, B. So I play this. I was like, let me get this out of the way because I know it's gonna be the album. I'm gonna be honest that I'm not gonna come back to like that. I just know this is not gonna bring me in. It's old man raps, you know what I'm saying? Especially
I call it granddaddy raps.
Especially how Ice Cube rap nowadays. It's like he raps like he's in his freaking granddad chair. Like
on that one cover of that album?
Yeah, like he don't care. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do. So him being an OG, I'm gonna respect him. There's no disrespect to Cube and nothing like that. But this wasn't a good listen for me. Like, it's some tracks on here that I laughed at and stuff like that, but I couldn't. I don't know, but I knew I always put in perspective like this is Cube just being who he is. He's that get off my line. Hey, what I tell y'all? Get out my, you know what I'm saying? He that like he's letting you know what
that
it
one
is.
person. Hey, what y'all doing in there?
Hey,
what y'all doing
like
in
he
there?
said he had a line in here. They said they don't like me because I'm too manly. You know what I'm saying? But that's just him. And like he gonna say what he wants. So this one I knew he was at Granddad stage. 5150.
Not Unc Rap.
No,
Granddaddy
Granddad.
Rap.
He got grandkids. 5150. I was like, yo. He said, I'm gonna shoot you. I say, yo, that's old Cube. When Cube was younger, calling all the women bees. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know. I did my research back as a kid. I loved Ice Cube, NWA, and all that. So man, 5150, I was like, all right, bro. Somebody get Mike, bro. Somebody get Granddad Mike, bro. He gonna get y'all in trouble, bro. He gonna say whatever he wants.
He's like we like Miguel on that one episode we had of the old pod.
Oh,
He's
yeah. Yes, bro. Cause like he said some stuff and I'm like, yo, you was wild. Even when he said, yo, black people don't even like when you being honest. They get, I was like, yo, get the mic from this man, bro. He crazy. But 5150, bro, said, hey, she need an antibiotic. You know what I'm saying? But the track with him and Snoop Dogg, E40, Too Short,
Mount Westmore.
Yeah, that's them together, right? They put out an album, right? What's it called? She Sanctified. She Sanctified. I'm talking about that name of the song. They had a little young buck like October London on the hook. I bet he was like, oh damn, I got the unks. These OGs though. These OGs.
The worst part, he probably tried to lay his verse down.
Hey.
Hey, son, give me that water over there.
I'm pretty sure all these dudes are grandfathers except Too Short because he don't have no kids, which is wild.
He don't?
No, he don't have no kids.
That is the most surprising thing you could probably say on this show
Fun
here.
fact, Too Short has no kids.
That is the most wild thing I've heard. It's what?
If y'all didn't know that. But what's so crazy is hearing them talk about like sex and stuff like that just make me feel like ew, like
You went to
granddad.
you went to the function, the family reunion, you heard all y'all.
Thinking about like granddad and grandma, like ugh. That's how I was thinking. Like, dang, Ice Cube, you married. Like, I follow your son on Twitter. Like, he has kids. Like, you got grandkids. Ew.
Your son played you on your movie.
Yeah, so, but like all together, man. Like, it's some tracks on here that I thought was cool. I kind of like Facts with him and the JD Lynch Mob dude that he did a bid. It was just so funny, like, he's so old school that, like, Ice Cube had to introduce him, like, yo, my JD, you know what I'm saying? We go, you know what I mean? I'm just like, man, it's so old school, bro. It was just so old, man. The Be Real track, like, let's get money together.
Hey, I'm going to give my thoughts.
Let's get money together. I was like, But nah, the song that really took me out, bro, that I was like, I can't wait for you to hear this. Like, it was fun, but especially you, bro.
It should have been especially off.
Bro had the old beat. They sent me that TikTok live. The people don't do the stupid. And they was in there like, hey, yo, his homie was like, oh, no. I'm like, yo, they old school for real, bro. But it's something about it that's a charm, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, when you're going to talk about it, that's why I think why you enjoyed this listen. Because it's a charm in it. You ever just sit down and just listen to like your uncle and your granddad talk? They just be wilding, bro. And then they think about the old days. That song was that. That was that old days song. Like, yeah, they used to be going off to this stuff. I forgot what they used to call that music back in the 80s in LA. Because that was like LA based. Like, that's how they used to, a lot of music.
I don't know.
Even the guy that, with Dr. Dre used to, the group he used to be in, they used to make stuff like this. But, oh my God, especially you is crazy, bro. But yeah, man, I'm not going to be disrespectful to OG, bro. Like, hey, I'm very thankful for what you did. I probably wouldn't be here loving hip hop if it weren't for NWA or any of the accomplishments you did. And I will never disrespect Ice Cube. But like I'm just going to say I didn't really enjoy the listen. I had some fun, be honest. But other than that, man, that's all I really got to say. But hey, Ice Cube, keep doing you. The next project you put out, I'm still going to just listen to it. Even though it's cute, bro. And, you know, it's just like listening to it's like when your granddad get the mic. Your granddad used to be a rapper. You know, we at that stage when people granddads was rappers. And freaking movie producers. Show producers, you know. He's a jack of all trades. He has his own league. Come on, man. What bad you can say about Cube?
So for me, my history with Ice Cube, obviously my first experience with anything Ice Cube was the Friday movies.
Okay.
I think that's a lot of people of my generation. Because to be real with you, I don't know a lot of kids my age, or a lot of adults, I guess, my age, that was listening to Ice Cube music back then. You get what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Ice Cube, he had some movie coming out. I think it was around the time of Janky Promoters. He had that album, Raw Footage out. He had a song, Do Your Thing, Man, F What They Looking At. I loved that song when it came out. But I was also like, I loved Ice Cube because I loved his movies and stuff like that. Raw Footage was my first Ice Cube album. I love that album. Do I love it still now? I gotta revisit that. But earlier this year, I actually, or either this year or last year, I think it was last year.
You went back to his discography?
Yeah, I went through some of his discography. I listened to like his first 2 to 3 albums. Death Certificate, America's Most Wanted. Ice Cube is goated. Albums is dusty, but Ice Cube is goated. I'm not gonna say anything disrespectful about Ice Cube.
Thanks. It's Cube.
And we've known Ice Cube throughout the years. He's had a bit of some muddy troubles when it comes to social media and his political views or where he stands politically in terms of like him wanting to talk to Trump. Black people kind of wanted to disown him. Black people not really want to mess with him. He's trying to do his big three thing, this big league thing. I'm not sure. It's something basketball related. I'm not in the sports like
Big
that,
three
guys.
league. He killing it.
Yeah, so I have nothing bad to say about that. Entrepreneur, something that we all wish we could do. And he is the perfect stepping stone of like what all rappers should kind of aspire to be in terms of like being a legendary figure, being an iconic figure in hip hop, moving from hip hop and doing something else in terms of like movies, script writing, acting, you know, having your own basketball league, just being an entrepreneur in general. I want to preface that right there because I want to give him his flowers. Yeah. Don't tell him when we're going to get our next Ice Cube albums. And I hate to say it like this, we never know when we might lose a rapper. Yeah. So I do want to give him his flowers right there. Ice Cube is a legend. But B, when you put this on the docket, I was like, what is he smoking? I'm like, what are we doing today? I'm like, he put that on the docket. I'm like, oh, Lord. B, before Kendrick dropped on Friday, you talk about, I already listened to it. He was like, I can't wait for you to hear that song. I said, oh, this is before Kendrick dropped. Kendrick dropped. I said, oh, thank God. This doesn't have to be the first thing I got to listen to today. Listen to Kendrick. Good album. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed it, Kendrick. I'm like, okay, let me get some more West Coast, I guess. Yes, sir. I went to the Ice Cube. I'm like, yo, when we get here on Monday, because this is when we record, I'm going to kill this man. Because why is this album over an hour long? I'm like, Q, what you got to say for over an hour? Hey, what have you got to say that you haven't said in your previous albums?
When last time he dropped that album? 2018?
Yeah, I didn't listen to that one. Yeah. But I remember when it came out, though. Yeah. And so I'm like, this is about to be a horrible listen. You already sent me that picture? I'm like, oh, God. I went through the album. I'm like, what is Granddaddy doing on these songs, dog? I'm like, come on. And then, you know, I always call certain things unk rap. Yeah. Like certain things is unk rap. No, this is Granddaddy rap. Yes, sir. Ice Cube came out in the 80s. This is Granddaddy. Nas, Common, that's unk rap. Yeah. This is Granddaddy. Yes, without Cube, that wouldn't be them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. So, this is Granddaddy rap. Bro. I went into this album, I heard that first song. I'm like, yo, this is bad. The worst part be, it reminded me of my favorite rapper, Bun B. I'm like, he got these tired flows, these tired rhyme schemes. You know, bro. I'm like, oh, this ABC, what you doing?
And I'm like, he didn't rap like that back when he was younger. Like, the grandpa listen Steph.
Yes, he did. He did get off the juice.
Boy.
And so I'm like, I'm dying. And so I'm like, this is not good.
Yeah.
So then I went to my second listen, B. Because the one thing I liked in my first listen, I'm like, okay, Cube kind of got an ear for beats, though. Yeah. At least in the modern day. I'm not saying he don't in the back then, but I'm saying like right now. Yeah. If I had to take one thing from that first listen, like he got an ear for beats. I'm like, this is super West Coast. And yes, I know he's from the West Coast, but this is like, I'm like, coming right after Kendrick to this, I'm like, yeah, this is super like in that mode right there. And so then I did my second list, I'm like, okay, some stuff I'm liking now. And I will admit, his rapping is not good. Like, it's very simplistic, very simple. I hate to say it like this. He think he killing it in the booth. Everybody's like, yeah. As soon as he turn around, no. That's the type of rapper.
He got a lot of granddads in there. They like it too.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, he's spitting that truth. And see, this is the thing. I was gonna say that.
You see when my bad. I ain't gonna.
And so there were certain things I said on Twitter because I was quoting some of his bars and putting them up on Twitter. I said, oh, I know this went crazy to fit. And every time he said, nobody want your job because your job's a blow job. I'm like, bro, look, Granny was like, oh, you spitting cute.
It's because he at that age when they just say what's on their mind. He don't have to double entendre, rap all over you.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Granddad raps.
And you know, when I went through it my second time, I'm like, Cube was just being Cube.
Yeah.
And there's a certain charm about that I like. And I will be real with you guys. After my second listen, I'm like, I like this.
Yeah.
I don't know what possessed me to like it. But I'm like, just a little funk. Ice Cube still trying to like get in the bag of like, it's my ego. Look, you, get out my igloo. Every time you say that, I will die laughing because I'll keep watching the clips. You know, I had all the clips clipped up and stuff like that. And so hearing it in the context of the album, get out my igloo. Yeah. I'm a cold Negro. I'm like, once I got back to that track, I'm like, I can't do nothing but like be happy for Ice Cube because it's like, he can still make music. And I'm trying not to grade this as harsh as I can because he's an OG. And I'll be real with you guys. His rapping ability, it's not there. It's not good.
That's what I'm saying. I got to the point when I was like listening to it again. I was like, I get the point.
Yeah.
Like, he's granddad.
To
Like,
me,
care.
that's what happened on my second listen.
Yeah.
I got it. And I'm like, I can't be mad at this. Because like you said earlier, and I was literally thinking this on my second listen, it has charm to it.
Yeah.
Because he's unapologetically him. And sometimes granddaddy likes to be he likes to purposely be politically incorrect.
Yes, bro.
Because people like, y'all guys are sensitive. I'm like, you trying to be, and I get it.
It's now Cube is that guy he was in a lottery ticket, the old man.
Yeah.
He's actually him now. Like,
let me hold that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's just like, I can't be mad at this because to me it's the charm.
Yeah, it's the charm.
And that's why I enjoyed this so much because I'm like, it's just, he's unapologetically him. He know that I was Kendrick before Kendrick. I'm just like, he kind of right though.
He's prolific, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without him, where would the West Coast hip hop be? And yeah, we know Dre and all them. Yes, don't try and do that.
But Cube was the guy.
Yeah, Cube was that guy. Let's not act like that. But there was a certain part of this album I'm just like, I really like this.
Yeah.
Now B, I had the same qualms that you do because every time I heard some of this, I'm like, this is granddaddy music.
Yes,
Like,
bro.
there's something like, oh, they're like, oh, son. You hear that? He's so-and-so like so-and-so. See, that went over your head, right? And I'm like that. Like, that's the easiest thing that you could have said in there.
Bro,
Like, this is like ABC 1, 2, 3. Like, come on, dog. So I was like, roll that Twilight. It's my ego. I'm not gonna lie. I liked everything B up to Let's Get Money Together.
Yeah.
Songs like 5150. This beat is psychotic. I'm like,
5150. Need an antibiotic.
and he's like, yo, I'm Cube. I'm gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna be me. I don't gotta be politically correct for
I
anyone.
don't care about your crackhead brother. Bro said, I'm gonna shoot this. Hold on, bro. Let me see. Bro, shoot. That was all I'm gonna do. I was doing like little notes. I had to stop.
You tight?
LOL. Because you can tell you like, hey, look at close up, I'm gonna shoot you. And that's what my old granddad was saying. It's like the old granddad that was on the bus. What'd he say? You going to jail now? Yeah, that's cute. He went him. He at that age where he don't care, bro. He no pics, bro. He ain't thinking logically, bro. He illogic like right now, bro.
And the worst part is he's amping it up to a new level because he don't care.
He don't care. Bro said, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, they hate because I'm masculine. Like I'm a man.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
God.
hey, B. But when that song No Cap came on, I'm like, hold on, who's in the studio? And then the worst part, don't nobody want your job, cause your job's a blow job.
I was like, yo, this dude right here, bro. Like, come on, bro. That was so funny. Let him think it, bro. What, bro?
Your job, cause your job's a blow job.
Bro.
Someone in the studio was like, yo,
You gotta write that. Hey, hold on, bro. Cube is wilding on this, bro.
Look, B, that was the first
Got my head hurting, bro.
Look, B, back then, that would have been a triple entendre.
Yes, bro.
You would have
It's
heard
your job a blow job. Bro, like, but it had you dying, boy. Like, what is doing, bro? He has some stuff in here. I'm like, cute, bro.
And then he has little ghetto stories, Three Little Piggies.
Little Piggies,
Not like
yeah.
them. I like that she's sanctified. She's sanctified. I'm like
like
okay,
that?
with Mount Westmore, I'm like, these some OGs. I can't be mad at this right now, dog.
I put
like,
on my IG story. I'm like, yo, this is straight up granddaddy rap.
yeah, this is granddaddy rap right
Oh
here.
my God.
And then B, my favorite song. Let's get money together.
You like that, bro?
Let's get money together. Because at first I'm like, yo, this song is bad. And I'm like, yo, hey, let's get money together.
Man, and
B,
be real on that joint. I'm like, dang, man.
Oh man, yeah. But after that, once it hit, I'm a burn rubber. I'm like, ooh, this one off.
Yeah,
Then got to that song with Exhibit. That especially you though,
Oh, especially
stinker. What's that song from SpongeBob? That was me. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, you this is not it.
But that was for the old heads right there. For
Yeah,
real.
but then we got Break the Mirror with Exhibit, which Exhibit gave us a cool verse, but he didn't like nothing. Look, I like nothing from I'm a burn.
But he
Rubber.
done. oh dang, I hate to say this, but he dumbed down Corrupt and Exhibit on this. Like they was like, yo, we not even finna spaz. Cause Exhibit still be rapping, bro. And Corrupt still be
Exhibit
rapping.
gave a good version
it was
of
a
the Compton
good
project.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't a.
This wasn't bad, but it didn't call for nothing crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like even from the some of the like content and like the subject matter and stuff, it wasn't because they knew Ice Cube just coming there, and then they ain't for to tell him no. It's Cube. It's
and
the
I hate to
OG.
say that. That's the one thing about this. Like you could tell, like no one was like Cube. Like you gotta.
Bro, Ice Cube is the most. I never met him in my life. He's the most intimidating guy ever. Just look at him. He be that cold face.
Especially when you see him on movies like 21 Jump Street.
Bro. And you watch him in interviews, bro. He just, hey man, and he just don't sugarcoat anything, bro. He just don't care. And I be like, yeah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah, and my thing is, you could tell. I guess that's the one thing I appreciate with LL Cool J's album earlier this year. And I'm not trying to compare the two, but I'm just trying to give you guys an example of how I articulate this. LL Cool J went in there like, okay, I got to relearn how to rap so I could be right back on track and compete with everybody else. Yeah. Cube, he don't care. He's like, yo, I'm just be me. It's like when you tell your granddad, yo, granddad, like, you got to dress like this. He's like, I'm going to dress in whatever I want.
We got facts. Who older out of them two? I know LL was out before him, but let me see. I think LL older.
But yeah, songs, like, to me.
He a year older than him.
Dang.
Yeah, just a year. Because, LL was out since he was 16.
Yeah, he was out young.
Yeah.
But then, I like the songs, Take Me to Your Leader. It was I did not like that song when you're talking about these rappers. When you're talking about, like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. And I'm just like, people, creating narratives online.
You can tell he never clicked the application YouTube.
Yeah. Like, whenever he wants to watch YouTube on his phone, he actually type it up in Safari. He wouldn't go to the app. That's old school.
Bro, type YouTube into YouTube. You one of them, B. You one of them, B, for real.
And then we got Egomaniacs, and I can't be mad at this. Busta, you didn't need to be on the song. Before the remix of It's My Ego with Killer Mike on there, Killer Mike is one of my favorite rappers from the South. I'm happy that Killer Mike was able to be on his favorite rapper's album.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm pretty sure not a lot of rappers could say that.
Yeah, that was a moment for him.
Like, how many rappers you know on a Scarface album? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I can't really be mad at it. So my thing is this. Overall with this album, is this album good? Would I recommend it to anybody? No.
Yeah.
Did I have fun with it, though? Especially after the second listen? Yeah. There's some songs that I feel like I would go back to here. Not all of them. Yeah. But there's some songs here I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. And I said it on Twitter this week. I said, this make me want to go put something on the grill. Like, it's just sun out. This playing. This make me want to put the unk slides on and put some
Jesus sandals on, boy.
It makes me want to create water to turn water to wine, man. That's how old I'm feeling when I put the slides on and play this album right here. Overall, for me, this is not a good album because to me, Ice Cube, while this is sonically like up to par, even though it kind of sounds like a mid-2000s West Coast album, the beats are good enough, and Ice Cube has a good ear for beats for most of the projects. Some of the projects, I'm like, But the thing is, he doesn't keep up with it. Yeah. He can't compete with modern, and I'm not saying he has to be like another Kendrick Lamar or anything like that. It's the fact of he's not even keeping up with a regular like rapper of today's age, like a Finesse 2 Times, Big X a Plug. And I'm not saying he has to get on those type of beats. I'm just saying like on the type of beats that he's rapping on, he sometimes needed to speed his flow up because he would like, he's granddaddy. He's gonna flow however he want, even if it don't fit the beat. It sounded like he was writing to a song and he didn't have.
What
the
you
beat
think the producer probably said? Engineer, if they working with him, like, yo, Q, could you? He gave him the blank. I'm gonna do what I want.
No, he said, why you stop me? Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
like I said, like you could appreciate LL because he was like, yo, I'm about to reprogram my brain.
Learn how to rap again on beat.
And he killed it. He killed it, bro. I can't
his
wait.
pen was nice on there.
Pen was crazy.
This right here, he did not step his pen up.
He stepped.
I don't think he. I think the dust was still on the pen.
But he didn't pick the pen up.
Yo, he just off the dope. Bro, he Jay-Z'd it,
bro. He went into the booth and just said whatever he wanted, bro.
Like someone said,
play that beat.
Cube, here's your pen. What you doing with that? Get that out of here,
bro. Play the beat.
I'm gonna say what's on my mind.
Facts.
You know, I was thinking about this weekend when Granddad on Boondocks was in the studio. This is like, never went to school. That's why he's a mother fool. Daddy was a fool. Mama was a fool too. Don't go to school, fool.
Yeah,
this is what this reminds me.
Hey, bro, like he was rapping like on par. Oh, like yeah. But hey, no disrespect to Q.
Yeah, because Q, I'm just appreciative that you could put an album out still while you're alive, hopefully healthy. You know, so we do appreciate you over here at the BBC.
You a goat,
Q,
bro. Yep, you a goat.
when I see other goats stepping their game up, Cube, if you want to compete, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to compete, you just want to do what you want to do, step the pen up.
Yeah, he ain't got time to write beats.
Yeah, you busy with a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's like you putting out album B, it's over an hour. If I'm giving my time into this, I should be able to.
Bro, I'm pretty
give
these songs is like work. Like, I'm pretty these songs like 8 years worth of like work. Like stuff he just was working on like the past 8 years. And just, I'm pretty sure.
I really wish that he would explain, because he said, "Oh, the cover tells a story, and so does the back of the cover too." And I'm like, what story does it tell though? Like the album didn't tell no story. I'm like, where was the man down? Are you feel down because of this sensitive world, or like what? I don't know, but yeah, Ice Cube's Man Down. I enjoyed it, but I won't say it's a good album. But I had fun with it though. Once you really, work the kinks out. But yeah, I liked it with an asterisk.
Yeah.
Next project we have to talk about: Boldy James and Harry Fraud's The Bricktionary.
Bricktionary.
I do like that title.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
The cover is cool.
I like the cover on the vinyl better. It's kind of like that
the
book.
one.
It's like a book, yeah.
I like that as well. But let's go ahead and talk about this album, B, because I wasn't initially going to talk about this album. But I know you said you want to listen to it. Boldy James has not entered the BBC Rolodex yet. So I guess this was a good time for him to enter it.
Yeah, man.
So B, go ahead and start.
If any of you guys not familiar with Boldy James, I'm pretty sure you are. But, well, probably some people not. But yeah, he's signed. He's a collective with like Griselda. He does stuff with Alchemist. He got his own little thing he does. He collaborates with a lot of producers as well. He loves these rapper producer albums. So I think this is his first project with Harry Fraud.
I believe so as well.
Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it here. You wanna do my thoughts or?
I can do my thoughts, I guess. So I knew about Boldy James, but I never listened to him until this year. And since we've been doing this show, he's been putting me on to some music. He'd be like, "Oh, listen to this stuff, listen to that stuff." So I checked out Boldy James, and like I said, my gateway producer to get me into other artists is Alchemist. And so I listened to the T in China. Mm-hmm. I listened to Super Tech Mobo, and I listened to the other one, the third one that they got together. I forgot the name of it. It's not the one in T in China. It's the one I think before or after that.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it, bro.
Exactly. It don't have a super memorable name, but I listened to that project as well.
Think about it.
And I like Boldy. I think Boldy can rap really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, he's really good. Especially with the nonchalant flow, and he's just weaving in and out of pocket like that.
The words he used is amazing. His word, like the words he'll say with certain things, like I always pick that up. Like it flows so effortless.
And I think the first time I heard Boldy James was on Bun B's Trill Static.
Oh yeah. He did, yeah.
And that was my introduction. I'm like, oh, I like this guy.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, that's what it is.
Fire.
And going into this project, he already released 2 previous projects this year. And I'm like, I know what I'm getting when I go into this.
Yeah.
And because I know that can either be a good thing or a bad thing. For me, not a good thing. Like I said before, Boldy can rap.
Yeah.
I like Harry Fraud's production enough. Like, it's nothing that wows me. But some points, I'm like, okay, you in that pocket. Some points, I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, it's never anything bad for me when it comes to Harry Fraud. And going into this project, like I said, I knew what it was. It was about 30 minutes. It's Boldy being Boldy. The only reason I have a problem with it is that when it comes to certain rappers like this, if it don't change up enough for me, I kind of find it boring.
Yeah.
Like, if this was my first Boldy project, this is fire. But because I heard 3 already this year, I'm kind of burnt out on Boldy.
Yeah.
And if I would have heard those 2 earlier this year, I super would have been burnt out on those. To me, Boldy is one of those people that if you love what he does and you don't mind him doing that in the same vein, and I'm not a huge fan of Boldy. Like, I'm not into that whole Griselda world, whatever world this is. I'm not into that type of rap like that to where I can just listen to it back to back to back to back to back. I don't think I'm into any rap where I can do that back to back to back to back. I got to have a balance with stuff. For me, this is too samey for a lot of the other stuff to where I'm just like, like, why would I go back to this when I go back to that other stuff?
Yeah, that's better than you.
Yeah, and to me, that stuff was, I don't want to say like Harry Fraud was like a slouch or anything, but it's like it's Alchemist. So it's
like better produced to you.
Exactly. Like, I prefer that production more, especially with Boldy on top of it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so for me, this is more of the same, if not lesser, and very forgettable. To me, this is a project that, to me, it just comes and goes. And I feel like a lot of projects that Boldy's been putting out lately, based off of what I've been seeing other people talk about, Like when I see people talk about Boldy, they always bring up those Alchemist projects. To me, they only bring up those Boldy projects when they talk about this year's good releases. Like they never talk about it just randomly just to talk about them.
Yeah.
When it comes to Boldy conversations, and I'm not saying that those projects are trash or anything because I haven't heard them. But to me, it just sounds like he's giving you the same thing that he usually does, just on different production. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Like I said, if you're into this type of stuff, you're gonna love it. For me, who I like a balance of types of sound sometimes, this didn't really do it for me. And so that's why, like I said earlier in the earlier episode, Alchemist production could get tiring to me too. Because if you stay in that same vein, I could get burnt out on it. But I do appreciate that Boldy did get on tracks with Babyface Ray.
T Grizzly.
T Grizzly. I because Boldy is from Detroit, and while he's from Detroit, he doesn't take their style.
Yeah.
But him kind of going more into their world, even though it's just really production, he's just flowing on the beat. I enjoyed it still, and I enjoy T Grizzly's character when he's on the track. I really do enjoy it. Babyface Ray is cool. He didn't really do much for me. But yeah, overall, Benny the Butcher, he gave a cool verse. Besides that, I can't really take anything out of this. Yeah. Like I said, Boldy can rap. That's never in question. It's just that it's samey.
Yeah.
And like I told you all the time, just because you can rap well doesn't mean like it's good music. Like to me, I'm not saying this is bad or anything. If this is your first Boldy project, you're gonna like this because you're like, whoa, this guy is going, and you have only to go up from here. But if you've heard Boldy, you've probably already heard something from Boldy that's better than this. You've probably heard multiple projects from Boldy that's better than this. This is one of those things where it's feeding the fans.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at that, but it's not for me.
Right on. I understand. Like, hey, I echo some of your sentiments. Like, to me, there's nothing like that's too crazy. I saw Album of the Year contender again, and I'm like, come on, bro, y'all got
They say that for every single Boldy album that dropped this year.
They say, oh yeah, all 3 of his albums could be Album of the Year. I'm like, yo, bro, chill.
So you telling me for everybody else, those people that say that, 1, 2, 3, Boldy.
Yeah, they tripping.
Come on.
Yeah. But overall, I think this is a cool project. Like you said, I like typical Boldy. But one thing about me, I space it out. Like, I don't like. I know he put out some stuff, but like from last year, I didn't even listen to it. There's some stuff from Boldy I haven't even played.
So why didn't you listen to it?
Just didn't want to.
Do you feel like it would have been the same stuff that you already heard?
Yeah, it's bro. I'm at that point when I get to certain artists that I know I'm like, oh, I'm not missing anything. You know what I mean? Like I got to that point with Kendrick Lamar with Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. Like when I listened to it, I didn't listen to the album in full till this year. I was like at that point I was just like,
That was me with Drake.
Yeah, I got like that with Drake as well. Scorpion was the last album I listened to in full before I like actually went back.
Mine was Scorpion, then I skipped over, I think, Dark Lane demos, and then I went to CLB, and I'm like, this is why I skipped over Drake.
Yeah, I skipped over all that. But sometimes you get, all right, I know what I'm going to get. Boldy's one of those. It's one of those like, I can't just have to listen. So this year, since we've been doing the pod, I wanted to, the show, I wanted to listen to more music. So I listened to these projects. So from this project right here, production was cool, solid from Harry Fraud. The rapping from Boldy, monotone, flows like he do, typical. It was only like 2 tracks that really stood out to me. Like I really, bro, like most of the stuff you said I agree with. Like, because you're going to get what you're going to get, you know what I'm saying, from Boldy James. There's nothing spectacular in here. Only thing that was different,
and I
him
hate
bringing
that.
T Grizzly and like Babyface into the world and adding them to his feature list. And Benny the Butcher, that's not nothing out the way of them collaborating with each other. But like Pressing My Bunk was dope. And I like the finishing track, Fist Grease. I like how he started this and ended it. But like in the middle, cool tracks here and there, but it was nothing that I was like, oh man, yeah, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, those, like the tracks, the albums that like really stand out from Boldy, it's like Manish and McNichols,
Which
like
one's that one?
that's the one he did with Sterling Towle. I think his name Sterling Tolles. It's an older joint that they put out later. Like he worked on when he was like young, but the production on there is like live instrumentation type. It's like his magnum opus. Like it's insane. It's crazy.
It's on streaming?
Yeah, it's on streaming. I used to have that.
Oh, is that the one that re-released recently?
It re-released. It re-released. What do you mean? It re-released like in 2021.
Oh, then maybe I'm taking something else.
I'm just so bad. I sold that record, that album. That thing worth a lot, man. But it's a really, really good project. It's way more personable. Like it's really like. Yeah,
it's that one. It feels like that album.
Oh no, it's very emotional, especially with the production as well, like the instrumentation on that joint. But yeah, this it's okay, man. Like, I'm sorry, Boldy. This not nothing like that. I'm like, oh man, album of the year. It's not album of the year to me. It's just a good, solid project, typical Boldy stuff.
Yeah, I hate to say it like this for me. He's in that category that I put in like with the Yeet. Like I'm not gonna expect nothing really new. Maybe the sound of like the instrumental is different, but you gonna give me the same stuff, same subject matter, same flows.
And like it could be good or bad. Like some days maybe I'll like this more. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe one day like I'll be like, dang, you put out something like next year you put out one project and I'm like, dang, I see you worked a little more with this one. Cause at this point with Boldy, bro, you give him a beat, he gonna do his thing. But it's not nothing like it seems like, man, hey, I sat and I worked hard on this one. You know what I mean? I don't get that feel from his stuff in his recent years.
That's what I was saying about Griselda as a whole.
Yeah.
And I was like, to me, they don't make like. To me, it's oversaturation. That's what oversaturation is. Because nothing really stands out from one of the other things.
You get the fatigue, and you could be like, oh yeah, this doesn't stand out. I can go, like you said, I can go back and listen to Hillwear's Hermes 7, and I'm like, yo, this was done better. You get what I'm saying? Like this sound with the I feel like it's the microwave version of this. It sounds better here. I can tell like you actually spend time with this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel with Boldy projects. Like he put out 3 this year, not much. Like it wasn't many, like not long projects, but it was like, you know,
it was still 3 projects.
Yeah, it was 3. I'm saying it was 3 projects, and I liked how he spaced them out. But I don't have Boldy fatigue like I do with. I really have Griselda fatigue. Like when it comes to like West Side and all that, and I was like done with it. You know what I'm saying? But Boldy wasn't in that camp at first, and he does his stuff outside. He haven't put out a Griselda release since his first one, Versace tape. But other than that. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. That's all I can say about it. Keep doing your thing, Boldy. You know, that's all I can say. I don't know what else. Boldy James is you gonna get Boldy. You gonna get some cool little monotone flows, bro.
And I know some people might kill us for like, oh, you guys don't appreciate real rap. I'm like, yeah, well, we're not saying that he can't rap.
He can't rap. It's like this, bro. Like we gonna be honest, and also I want to have like, I just want to have some type of criticism on something we listen to, like. I'm not for to be a sheep, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's something that's super dope and I can't criticize it, cool. But this, it's a personal thing for us because we not like in love with everything they put out. Like you'll be like, okay, I just don't like this as much. Yes, it's typical Boldy, but sometimes that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
And I hate to say like this, we're a lot more open-minded, and we're a lot more versatile in terms of what we listen to in terms of the scope of hip hop. I don't just listen to the camp of, oh, let's rap about the drugs, let's rap about this coke, let's rap about these bricks. Like, yeah, that's cool. That I can listen to that here and there, but it's like I can't just listen to that back to back to back to back to back. Because to me, I'm gonna get fatigued of that, especially when you don't present it in a more dynamic or grand way. And I'm not saying like Boldy got try to come out with album of the year contender, but you gotta give me something different. Yeah, but I'm sorry, like it's like I get it. He does. This is what he does, but. I also don't have to choose to listen to this.
Facts. And you have you got a section of each end of hip hop. You have the guys that's like, bro, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm for the jam, my freaking Playboy Cardi. I'm on that lane. Playboy Cardi, blase blah, Shot Baby, Shout Out Baby, all that. And then you got the old heads that's like, yo, give me my Rome Streets, my Boldy James, my West Side Gun, give me my freaking Common and all. I want all that. I want I want the real hip hop and blase blah, my Lloyd Banks, you know what I'm saying? You weirdos. But other than that, it's like we gonna have, none of us really you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
You just can't.
To me, this is in the same vein of like I said, of a Yeet. Like, it's like it feeds the fans. The fans are going to love this.
Yeah.
But for someone who isn't a big fan of this, who comes in and out, this is the same thing. It's like, this is samey. And I hate to say that. Just because he raps well, that don't mean that it can't be samey. Yeah, you rapping well. You just on different production. And you doing the same type of rapping over the same subject matter. Yeah. This is samey.
That's a lot of my critiques with some of the homies I have in my Discord. Like they think I'm hating all the time. But I'll be like, y'all still on this?
But there's like so many great projects that sound all different this year.
Yeah.
Boldy came out with a project, like all that changed really was the production.
It's production.
Subject matter is the same. Yeah. And it's not like Boldy's out here trying to create great songs. He's just on a beat rapping well. To me, that's it. Like it's like, I'm not saying Boldy is bad, and like I said, I prefer Boldy on like Alchemist stuff. Like that Alchemist stuff, I really enjoyed. It just didn't do anything for me. Cool name, cool cover. Besides that, nothing here for me. I will never come back to this. This is forgettable.
Bricks wrapped around like
wrapped around like a wraparound. Down the time and the time of town.
Hey, I hear the rich paprika. What's his name?
This is so funny. He's like he never stops talking.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one thing about him that's like cool to me.
Yeah. That's why I'm like he can come in and out the pocket. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, I like that. Yeah. But besides that, it's still the same stuff. Like I'm just like, So yeah, Boldy James, Harry Fraud, the Bricktionary. Sorry, Boldy. This is a very forgettable project. Not memorable at all. But if this is your first Boldy project, you might love this. So yeah. But let's go ahead and get to the next project that we have. And this is actually an underground artist who submitted their project on the Google forum. And if you want to have a chance at your project being shown on the BBC, make sure you check out the Google form in the link in the description down below, wherever you're listening to or watching this right here, where you can actually submit your tape. And just because you submit it, that does not mean that we're guaranteed to review it. And hey, you can't be soft coming over here submitting your tape. And if we don't like it, or if we give you some like stuff like, yo, this wasn't good, you can't be sensitive about that.
Yeah, you got to be really bad for us to really crap on you. Because like when it comes to the submission, like I talked before, I mostly want to give constructive criticism to these guys because they're still like forming, and growing. You know what I'm saying?
They don't have a budget like these rappers. So I'm not critiquing you on that. We're not critiquing you on that level.
Right.
We're getting like, this didn't work. This didn't work.
Right.
Certain things I'm not going to critique you on, like maybe production, like if the beat don't sound as like full or anything like that, because you probably can't afford that. I'm not saying that y'all broke anything. Yeah, it just y'all don't have a budget of like someone like a Drake or something like that. You know
what I'm saying? A lot of these guys still have regular jobs like us.
Yeah, y'all working class rappers.
Yeah, facts.
And so we're not going to critique you on that, but if you don't come here sounding mixed well or anything like that, I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, no, like that's unacceptable. Like, I hate to be that person. That's unacceptable. You need to at least be mixed well.
Thanks.
That's one of those things where I'm just like, come on, dog. What we doing?
You got to be listenable.
Yeah. And it needs to be available on Spotify and Apple Music so I can play it easily. I already paid for them streaming services. I'm not trying to pay for nothing else.
Thanks. Don't send us your tight out.
or the Bandcamp. Someone did send us a Bandcamp.
A Bandcamp?
I'm like, dang, I got to pay for this?
I can rip that. Allegedly.
You know what I'm saying? But we got two projects this week. Let's go ahead and start for the first one. Will Cherry, somewhere in Ohio. This is someone who, obviously from the name, is from Ohio. Yeah. Will Cherry, he submitted his project to us through the Google form. And I'm not going to lie, I was going through the Google form. I sent you all these projects. I saw Dom on there. I'm like, okay. We see him. We see Will Cherry. Yada, yada, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm on Twitter. I randomly see Dom talk about the Will Cherry thing, but I already listened to it before. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, he's maybe making some buzz around here. And you also beforehand said, we should listen to that.
It was crazy because it was through Dom why I found this guy, because I was watching one of their podcasts, finally watching a full episode on their Patreon. I support, and they was like, yo, this Will Cherry project is like the best project we heard this year, one of the best. And I'm like, let me check this out. So I didn't go in with super high expectations. I just wanted to get a listen. I want to hear one of the best projects you heard. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know if you want to start on your how you feel about this album or what you think, B.
So Will Cherry, somewhere in Ohio. Let me pull the project up real quick. This project is 12 songs, 31 minutes. I saw the cover, and I'm like, all right, you with a keyboard and all that. I'm thinking this about to be on some artsy fartsy. I'm a lyrical, spiritual, miracle individual. I'm thinking it's about to be on that.
I didn't even get that.
I'm like, whoa, what are we doing? I get to the first track. I'm like, okay, kind of giving me, a few Travis vibes. You know what I'm saying? I get to the bank. Okay. Yeah. At first, I'm like, I'm not feeling the song. But when the beat dropped, I'm like, oh. And I started looking, I'm like, okay. I'm like, for an underground project, I'm like, let me check the production credits on here. I'm like, because who producing this? I saw his name. Yeah. I'm like, I went to another song. Interlude. Production.
He touched all this stuff, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, this sounds good. I'm going to be real with you, B.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
I love this. I really love this. I did not think that I was going to come in here and loving this project this much. And I'm like, what is happening right here? And to me, he comes off as like the best way I could describe it for someone who doesn't know, it's like a more humble, but SoundCloud era sounding version of Travis Scott. Obviously less auto-tuning, because he doesn't use auto-tune heavily as Travis Scott. He doesn't do all the noises and stuff that Travis Scott does. But for the production and the sound and the sonics that he gives you, to me it felt a lot more grand than what I would have given an underground project. And to me that's what was crazy, because I'm not going to come in here. He's not the best rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for the best rapper. To me, I've always said it on here, to me what matters is how the music sound. And that also incorporates the lyrics, that also incorporates the sonics. To me, you got me. You've told me earlier before we started the show, this is something I would make. You goddamn right, because I goddamn love this right here. I mean, a lot of the production styles, to me, this is one of the more versatile projects that I've heard this year, hip-hop wise. I'm like, what are we doing right here? I enjoyed this, and it's one of in the most of the content and subject matter they raps about is more so aspirational and inspirational. Like,
He's
oh, I
at
want
that
to be
point,
this.
yeah.
Oh, you know, I got to do this. Like, you know, it's all that type of stuff. And I don't want to say that's repetitive to where it's like, oh, this is like, you know, he keeps repeating this. It's more so those things where it's like, to me, it's the way that he tailors it, especially around the production. To me, it's what makes it sound a lot different, and I could enjoy listening to each song. I'm trying to my best to articulate this, but most of the theme is like, you know, he wants to be somewhere in life. Yeah. He wants to be someone in life. For me, sonically, and while, like I said, he's not like the greatest of lyricists, and I'm not looking for that. To me, he raps well. To me, he's a better rapping version of Travis Scott. He can rap better than Travis Scott. And the production to me helps carry me through this album as well. Like, he raps well on the beat. He sounds good on the beat. He's sometimes melodic. He's sometimes rapping. Certain tracks, like Full Metal Jacket, there's certain tracks on here where I'm just like,
Full Metal Jacket.
I'm not gonna lie. When the beat first started, I'm like, I didn't like this. But then when he started doing the first part of the hook,
And the hook comes
Full
in.
Metal Jacket, I'm like, this is about to be the first skip on here. And then I know,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
That's your bag,
and then when
bro.
the beat, I was like,
I thought about you like, I was like, yeah, this is his bag, bro.
this is all me right here. To me, this is like if Travis Scott and Nestle, this is an artist that was in the blog, I mean the SoundCloud era as well. It's like if they made a project together, sonically, but it's
Giddy up.
more
You
of
talking about Nestle? Giddy up.
Yeah.
Giddy
to me,
up.
that's what it sounds like.
I remember.
But
Giddy, go Giddy.
but to me, it's more of like a humble beginnings type thing.
Yeah.
And so, for me, sonically, you had me. Rapping wise, you had me as well. And, you know, you didn't say nothing too crazy where I'm like, oh, I really got to focus on these lyrics. I got to zone in. Like it didn't require that. For me, you engulfed me in this world that you created with this album, and I was in there. I fully enjoyed my listen to this. Every time I listen to this, I'm like, man, this is good. Sometimes he had like, I don't want to say it in a bad way. Some songs felt longer because it's like two-parter songs kind of, or like more than one thing was happening in the song. But I enjoyed it because I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm getting more. I'm getting a bang for my buck. That's the best way I could say it. For me, like I said, I really enjoyed this. Sonically, he had me. Like I said, that Full Metal Jacket, that big. Certain times when you had that beat drop, I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this dude? This guy knows how to create music. This guy knows how to create a song. This guy knows how to make a song. I know it sounds like I'm glazing. The only critique I have is that maybe step the lyricism up a bit. But for me, that's not really a big thing when you're making good sounding music like this. To me, like I said, this is my bag. How you feel about some of the other projects that we talked about in What We've Been Jamming section in previous episodes? This is my bag, B. Like this is all me. Like I really have not too many critiques about this. I enjoyed this fully. Like, Wheelchair, you got me. Like if you're doing this on all your projects, obviously you gonna probably come on here sonically different on your other projects. You got me.
Yeah.
Cause this was good. B, this was good right here.
Yeah. Well,
What was your opinion, B? What was your impressions? What was your take on this, B?
so what I think about Will Cherry is, like you said, I think like production wise, to me, it's his strong suit. I feel like you created this world, this concept of somewhere in Ohio. I don't fully understand it, but I guess what I think about it is just like in a way of like, I don't know if it's a thing of I'm out here in Ohio somewhere. I don't know if you from Cleveland or outside of Cleveland, because you know I'm from a small town as well, and like being from this small town and this big city by you, and like it gets to a point where it's like sometimes you just say, "Hey, I'm from Texas," you know what I mean? So he's just like, you know, somewhere in Ohio, like someone in Ohio, somebody made this right here, and I feel like production wise, to me, you kind of told the story. Lyrics wise, like you said, it's more aspirational things you want, you like where you want to be, where you want to go, like your dreams, and him starting off the track. His first track with people saying things like that, like, you know, the first track and the second and the last track kind of connects, and I got a huge, of course, Travis Scott impression on this, and I'm like, he wears his inspirations on his sleeve a lot. It could be a good and a bad thing for me, because to be honest, a lot of stuff felt like I heard it before, and it could be a thing where I could tell that you love music, you study production. I see you got Sango on here, and that's one of my guys. I love Sango, and you did some work around with some of his production, and like sampled it up here, And I was like, yo. So like to me, bro, like rapping wise, like you said, it wasn't like, oh, he's crazy rapper. I wouldn't even say he's a better rapper than Travis Scott, because I really didn't get much from his rapping, to be honest with you. But the production, like even though like I think you borrow a lot from Travis and a good amount of your inspirations, you know what I'm saying, or influences. My bad, wrong word. It kind of like had me in a way of like, should I criticize him too much of this, or also could praise him for it as well, because I feel like he added his own little elements to it as well. But what I like for him to do is kind of like make it his own in a way, because I didn't feel like, I tell you, it felt too familiar.
That's why I said to me it's like a more humble Travis Scott.
Just a more humble Travis Scott, because he don't have the money for the but access. Yeah, but I understand, like, you took your time with this. Like, I could tell this was precious, even from like the samples and the flips and it's a sample you use in the beginning and you cut it off, and I'm like, why you didn't stick with that? I forgot what song it was, because I listened to this album like a good amount of time, because like from my critiques and stuff, I enjoyed it. I'm not saying I disliked it, but I had my qualms with it, you know what I'm saying? But you had like stuff like with Rebel, when you kind of like sample like this. At first, the beginning felt like it was like this like infomercial type song, and then it goes into that, and I'm like, I was like, dang, and it's drastically changed. I'm like, dang, with this production. Wherever you going with your production, bro, like, I think this dude is like really talented. Like, when I saw this cover, I thought Church Kid, pretty much, because those Casio, whatever, those keyboards, I always think about the kid playing the piano in church. And he talks about being that church guy, whatever, being a church kid. And like, I don't think he curses in his music at all. I didn't hear him cuss or anything.
Yeah, he only has 3 explicit tracks on here.
Yeah, and I don't even think they cuss. It's probably not even from him. Probably from somebody else. But overall, man, I really enjoyed it, man. And I think this is something that will be probably, underappreciated. He probably won't be able to get his name out there right now. But I feel like he got something else in him that's gonna top this. But I think he's on the start of something good. Like, I haven't heard none of your past projects, but I'm pretty sure they don't sound like this. I think this probably, even though I haven't heard, I'm making this bold statement, but I'm pretty sure this is your best work. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like a lot of love went into this project. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like the dream you had of this concept of somewhere in Ohio. And another thing, I checked out his short film, and it also was like a not coming of age, but like it's like a story of like, oh, I work here, but I put all my money on studio time. I can't trust my friends. Like, he had this part when like his friend hit him up, was like, yo, I want some money or whatever. Could I get 500? And he gave his friend 500. He texted him like, yo, I sent it. And then he was like, I bet. And it was in blue. And then he texts again. He texts him and it went green. He's like, oh man. I was like, yo, that was hilarious, bro. And I think he had his girl in there and everything like that. It's cool. But yeah, bro, like, I hope you really do some of this, because I think you're really talented, bro. Like, you're talented with this production, bro. Like, that production, bro, this your bag. You got an ear for like sounds and stuff. Like, that's one thing I'm really praising, this production on here. Even though, like I said, you wear your influences on your sleeve, but it's fine, because I feel like naturally you will create like your own style. Even though it's some parts of here that I felt like, okay, that was unique. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, I think it was pretty good. It was a pretty good listen.
Yeah, I love this.
I think you did good, bro. And I was thinking, I'm like, yo, if my guy right here could make music and was talented, I think he'll make this project. I was thinking that, bro. I'm like, yo, this is so B. Like,
I'm not though. I got the podcast mic.
Yeah. So like, I was like, it kind of gave me a vibe of like, you know what? What if my favorite rapper made something like, and you could recreate that music yourself, like, and play it in your car and like actually enjoy it, and it's your music. 'Cause it's like, when you do something, and you sometimes don't even want to listen to it or watch it because you created it.
That's
like,
me all the time.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, this probably, he wanted like, yo, I want to make me something that I really, really enjoy and play and listen to. But
I feel like this is one of those things where for the regular person, they probably wouldn't like this, because this is more of that Travis Scott style. Mm-hmm. And while Travis Scott has a huge fan base, there's people who I know that are like super like casual. They don't like Travis Scott.
Yeah, but I feel like he has heart. Like, I guess that's their humbleness, pretty much.
Yeah.
To me, I felt like this was.
But I feel like
heart
because of the production, I'm saying the super casual person.
Yeah.
Like our parents.
Yeah.
People in our family who don't. those are the people who wouldn't listen to this. But for someone who's like more so like a hip hop head or people who listen to music a lot like us, they'll love this project right here. Obviously, like I said earlier, it's like a humble Travis Scott. And lyrically, you like a bit better than Travis Scott because Travis be saying some really corny bars sometimes.
Yeah.
At least here he didn't say like nothing where I'm like,
I don't think he was trying to.
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like at least he didn't do that to where I'm just like, you really had to say that? Like Travis Scott, I gotta buy a girl on a bicycle. Come on. But you know, something like this, I'm just like, I guess for me, like I said, it's the crafting of the actual song. Like the way that he knows, like, and to me, this is similar to like how I used to love Big Crit. But for this is more about the atmosphere and like what you're going for.
The world he created.
Exactly, because like I said, the best example I can give this to you is obviously like a Full Metal Jacket, where this is like a song that's not supposed to be setting the tone of the album, but it's one of those songs in the album where it's like you start the song off and you're doing the non-traditional hip hop song where you know after the bar, like it's kind of like a bridge, but it's not really. I don't know what to consider that, but it's like right after the hook and you do that and then you get into rapping and then you come back into that. To me, like stuff like that, I'm like, he's very like, you could tell very specific. I don't know what the word is, but I don't know if it's meticulous. Meticulous. I don't know if it's that, but you could tell that he's very like, I want that. I want to do that. How do I create that? Like, how do I? Like he uses himself as an instrument, and also I want to say the curation as well. Some of the features, while the features themselves don't stand out, how they were using the album.
One feature stands out to me.
How they were using the album for me was really well. Yeah. Like nothing made me like, oh, I need to check that person out on their own.
That's what I'm saying. He's a producer, bro. Like
he's a good curator to me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, this dude's a producer. Even at the end track, the Somewhere in Ohio, like gave me some Frank Ocean vibes. But I don't know if this is a guy named West Will. Or because I know it got Kip Stone,
Weswell, Kip Stone, and Ali Orca.
I like that verse when he was like, it's like Dave Chappelle. They laugh at your at the masterpieces and stuff like that. That was a good verse. I was like, yo, this dude really rapping right here. He rapping. I like it. But not overall, man. I think you did a pretty good project, man. Hey, you got someone I'm actually gonna check out his stuff. I want to see him grow. You know, I even subscribe to you on YouTube, man. I'm gonna follow your journey.
I need to.
I'm gonna see. YouTube. Yeah, I should have sent you this short film when I was watching, but
I didn't know because all I saw was that, and I want to put this out here so that way people support. You can buy this album, I think, for like $5. I think he has like CD merch and things like that, and I think he has a Bandcamp. Because I was looking at some stuff because I was like, yo, if you got a vinyl of this, like, yo, this would be perfect in the collection. You know what I'm saying?
We got CD or anything?
I think he has a CD.
That'd be cool.
And I know you could buy his album digitally for like $5.
I might buy a CD. So I support him, and I like his because he has like a fictional burger spot that. It's called, I think it's Mel something burgers? Bell Burgers. I like if he's selling that shirt, that'd be cool. But I'm gonna check him out, bro.
Yeah, he has hoodies, t-shirts, but he has an actual website that I saw.
Okay.
So, yeah. But yeah.
But hey, also, bro, I don't know if you got the FX30. Hey, you know, man, I got one of those cameras as well, man. Them joints. That's a good picture on that joint, you know what I mean?
Hey, he said y'all connect.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
But yeah, Will Cherry, Somewhere in Ohio. I love this, bro.
I like it, man.
This is one of my favorite projects right here.
He did really good, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I expected, to be honest with you.
I agree. This wowed me.
You know, I had to give you some type of criticism, some constructional criticism, which it wasn't really a problem with me. It's just sometimes you're like, all right, I feel like I heard this. But, you know, I always know, I was like, dang. Like, it was some stuff, some beats, I'm like, I heard this somewhere. It was like, especially Motion, the beginning of Motion, I'm like, I heard that before. I just couldn't pinpoint it.
Yeah, for me, like I said, like subject matter wise and how he sounds, like rapping and vocally, he sounds like someone from the SoundCloud era in terms of like the music I used to listen to back then. But he has a Travis Scott ear for production. In terms
he also
of,
had like this Baby Keem type of beat as well on one of the tracks.
I gotta hear it.
I forgot which one it was, but he had the kind of the Baby Keemish flow. Yeah.
But made it.
I gotta read it.
I forgot. But yeah, overall for me, like I said, I really enjoyed this project. Will Cherry,
I liked it too, bro.
Somewhere in Ohio, check it out.
Keep doing your thing, bro. Like, hey, you got big things coming, man. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah, but let's go talk about our next project. Dom Sharpe, Days Before. Now, if you don't know who Dom Sharpe is an artist out of Philly. He is also a podcaster as well. If you guys don't know Potty Mouth, go ahead and check them out. They are hilarious.
Yeah, that's some wild boys.
They are hilarious, especially on Twitter. They got some funny clips. Go ahead and check them out. I'll obviously tag them in the description down below. But Dom submitted his project in. And I'm like, and one thing that I want to commend Dom on is like, I guess they have a whole movement with the Potty Mouth thing where it's like, everybody on a certain day, and I was just watching. I guess they were supposed to all release an album in the community at the same day. So he released his more recent project, Story of Icarus, which you told me to check out. He released that, and a whole bunch of other people in his community also released a project as well. And I'm like, oh, Dom makes music. I'm like, I didn't know. And obviously, Dom is someone who's around my age.
Yeah.
So there's certain like talking points that he has on the podcast that, you know, I relate to. I'm like, oh, yeah, I agree with that. Or like, okay, you're going a little far left right there. But I'm like, all right.
Sometimes he shows his age.
Yeah, you know, Dom is very entertaining. So
he is.
to hear him like doing music, I'm like, okay, what is this about to be right here? And so Days Before is a project that I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what I was getting into. The only thing I knew about Dom really was that he's a Drake fan.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I knew. And certain things about people when they make music, sometimes they can wear like earlier.
Red influences on their sleeve.
That can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you actually use that influence. And so with Days Before, 7 songs, 17 minutes. Very quick listen. Very inoffensive listen. We started the first song, Slide. I'm like, he's on the GNX. He's like, what we doing right here?
Slide.
Yeah, Slide. And I'm like, to me, it sounds like that SoundCloud era of rap. And I'm like, okay, he's using the auto-tune. I was like, all right, so he's not going to be like super lyrical, which I'm cool with that, as long as you make the song sound good. I'm like, Dom don't sound bad on this. Because that's the first thing, because a lot of people, they want to make music. Not everybody can make music.
Yeah.
And so I got to the second song, My Brother's Keeper. That was my favorite song on this project. I'm like, oh. I forgot the lyric, but I quoted it last time on Twitter. Yeah.
He free him, he didn't do no evil.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's my song. Especially, I think for me, one of my favorite things about Dom's music, because we listen to Story of Icarus as well. One of my favorite things about him is his beat selection. I'm like, okay. Because some people, they can get some whack beats. Dom did not give me no whack beat. Now, there was some stuff I was questioning a bit on here. Yeah. But he didn't give me like, no, like, oh, like, this is a bad type beat. And heard My Brother's Keeper, that song, Make It Out. He gave me like what 2 to 3 Cash Cobain type tracks. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on, what's that?
I don't know the sample.
It's not. Are you talking about the?
Ain't Make It Out?
Oh, that's the Brent Fayez. I hope you make it.
Oh, that's Brent Fayez?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I'm not really well versed on it. I've listened to it, but I'm not well versed on it. But yeah, that sample on there, and then the song. I'm like, hold up, you making me get slizzy in here, dog. Like, what are we doing right here? Hey, it made me start moving my shoulders. I'm like, oh man, what you got me doing over here? No, but then we got Baby Please. I think that was the one time I'm like, I forget which song it was.
That's the one he was like kind of trying to croon on or something like that.
Yeah, if that was the one, I'm just like, that I'm like, But then we got the next song, Thinking About You, where he's doing a rendition. Not a rendition, but like he interpolates, over the slizzy beat, correct?
Yeah.
I'm like, I like it. Yeah. I don't think he got it because I was in his live stream the other day and I was talking about, I was like, y'all didn't hear the Cash Cobain album? I'm like, ew. And he was like, no, we like that. I think that's what they said. Yeah. And I'm like, you like that? Yeah. But then I'm hearing the project, I'm like, I can see why you like that. And I like certain instances of it being used, especially when other people besides Cash Cobain are on it. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. Like I said, I think it was that Baby Please. I don't know. I listened to this project. If you would have saw my Airbuds Weekly on my Twitter, you would have saw that this was like one of the most played albums I played. Yeah. I don't remember the Baby Please one like that, but I think that was one of the ones where I'm like, Thinking About You, I like. Then we get Acting Different, where he gets back on his rapping.
Then when you tell me you want a classy chick, and then he's like, nah, I want a ratchet. I don't want that. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Dom makes fun music.
Nah, he's really charismatic. He got good character.
And I think I love that. To me, I love his character. My thing when it comes to Dom music, because the first time I heard it was during the day. I'm like, all right, this is cool. When they came nighttime though, I listened to it, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, this kind of up another level. I'm like, hold up, I'm enjoying this right here. Me personally, I like jamming this at night, especially like the song like Make It Out. Every time that one came on, I'm like, hold on, let me do my slizzy dance real quick. Hey, I'm an old man over here. I'm like 28. By the time this comes out, or by the time somebody else sees this, I'll be 29. You know what I'm saying? Chase me. But yeah, then we get the song Miscarriage. And at first I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know what he's gonna be talking about. He's actually talking about a miscarriage. Yeah. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, you can't have this beat talking about this right here. I'm like, this is crazy right now.
If anybody do it, it'll be him.
Worst part, he's doing the YN type raps. He's not making it seem crazy at all. I'm like, yo, am I hearing the same thing?
This man trying to make a vibey ass miscarriage track. I'm like, bro, this boy is sick. Like, he is wild. What you mean? What that mean?
And yeah, at first I'm like, wait. I'm like, did I just hear that? And then the worst part is the album comes off right there. I'm like, you're not just about to leave me on that cliffhanger.
Bro, you should put this on the Story of Icarus.
This would have actually fit subject matter wise.
Yeah.
It would have fit on there.
Like,
but
well, I'm gonna talk about it. But yeah.
yeah. But overall, for me, I've done many listens to this. Ever since you
Yeah.
told me whenever you told me that we're about to review an album, I listen to that album until the day of the review.
Yeah.
And so for me, overall, I like this. My favorite tracks, My Brother's Keeper, Make It Out, and Think About You.
Okay.
Those are my favorite tracks right there. But B, what was your experience with this?
My experience with this was like, it was cool. Like, I wasn't going into it.
With too much expectation?
Nah, not to be honest. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, he recommended this one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why did you recommend the newer one?
Yeah, that's why I was
on that
confused. But him saying that he think this was more of an easy listen, and I heard it, I'm like, that's probably why he recommended it. But overall, going into Slide, I'm like, all right, cool. He's on like the SoundCloud era. Like, to me, I felt the same way to the vibe. I like Slide. I like this cool. Then My Brother's Keeper, I really like the beat on that, and I like the little hook on there. I was like, all right, he got a little character. And then also his little, whatever, the little nasally voice he has kind of adds more.
To me, it reminds me of like Fonte and Drake-ish from Comeback Season.
Yeah, it adds more character to the track as well. Him having a different voice. He's not monotone or nothing like that on these tracks. It adds some character because like he actually not, being ashamed of like, some people try to change their voice up intentionally, but you can
With
tell
the
like,
auto-tune,
yeah,
too.
this is like, it's him. Like, you know what I mean? And Baby Please is a track I was like, yo, nah.
Do you think he lightens his voice up a bit?
He could, but I can
think with
tell
the
when he
auto-tune-
raps, he's. I mean, even in this podcast, he has a little voice. Like, but like Baby Please, I'm like, bro, nah, I ain't rocking like that one.
I don't remember that one.
Nah, I remember.
I
I
know that's
didn't-
the one that I probably scrapped.
Yeah,
like
I
I
didn't
said.
really care for that one. And then Think About You, I was feeling a little indifferent about that one. Like, I'm like, I know you're trying to, and I was just like, man,
It's the Wayne version, B.
yeah, but I was like, I ain't rocking with that either. But like acting different, I like acting different. See, I like when he in that bag, like that braggadocious bag.
When he's in the
yeah,
more
I like,
fast tempo
yeah, I like
type
that.
of
But I
song.
understand he want to get the ladies too. You know what I'm saying? Let me get
Like
a
I
little-
said, when he's doing the catch
let me slizz it up a little bit. I got you. And then Miscarriage, bro. When I heard this, bro, I laughed. Like, even though this is a really touchy subject, it's a miscarriage, but just the beat selection,
Yeah.
the style of music, like the style of song to a miscarriage. This is a really tough thing for a woman and for a man that losing a child. And I'm like, this nigga made the vibeiest miscarriage song ever. I'm like, breathe. I shouldn't be, you know what I mean, to a miscarriage track. I'm like, bro, this dude, he want to be like a comedian or whatever, would do something like this, bro. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I was like, I don't know if I can listen to this again.
I mean, I listened to it
Nah, I can't
because I was
listen to it.
attached to
Nah,
it.
it
I was
was-
like, because
Yeah,
it took me a while.
I was attached to that little fetus. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Because at first, me, I'm thinking maybe this is a euphemism for something. I don't know.
Nah, bro.
This
This man is sick, bro. This boy said, I like that little fetus, man. I got attached to the little fetus. I'm like, why you keep going in about the fetus, bro? Like, relax.
That's what it was.
But I don't know. It's like disassociating that as a baby. But like,
This is a touchy subject because he's a father.
oh my god. But like, yeah. But the miscarriage song. That's what I felt the first time I heard. It. But of course, I listened to this album about 5 or 6 times. It's a short listen. But that just like, I can't believe this Negro did this, bro. This
Do you
body
feel
ass
like it was
miscarriage.
perfectly placed, though? I think it was perfectly
No, I
placed.
think it's-
Because I would have threw off the whole album wherever else it was placed.
Bro, you could have done something else with that beat, bro. Like this is, I'm like, bro, why would you write about? It's your art. You do what you want.
B, he's giving you range. He was giving you the versatility.
It was
B.
an easy listen, and this boy said, "All right, I'm gonna give you an introspective track on this vibey."
That's how you finish it
slizzy
off.
beat with a
That's what Drake be
miscarriage.
doing. He be giving you the introspective track at the end.
Man, nah, bro. This was wild, bro. I was like, "Why is this song called Miscarriage?" I swear that's when I looked at this track list, that song, that
It stood
title
out to you?
stood out. I'm like, "What is he gonna do with this?" But overall, man, I think it was a fun listen. 7 tracks. You hit me. Out of 7, I like 4, maybe 4 tracks. Slide was cool. My Brother's Keeper, Acting Different, and Make It Out was straight. Yeah, Make It Out was straight. But yeah, man, you all right.
The tracks like I liked,
Yeah.
like I'm like, okay, I'm going back to this. Slide, My Brother's Keeper,
Yeah.
Make It Out, Think About You, and Acting Different.
Yeah.
I think we had the same ones.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was just like one Slizzy beat, and I think it was the Baby Please one and Miscarriage. Those are 2 I'm like, I don't need them.
Yeah.
But the other 5 though, I'm like, all right, this is like a nice little EP.
Then I
right
was
here.
trying to think of like any type of criticism I can give him, like from this type of music, but I understand like with this type of stuff, like you want to be vibe, you want to say something catchy, you want to give something to bring the people in, and I just feel like I don't know. I only listen to 2 of your projects, so I don't know if this is a familiar bag of yours. Like you do this because listen to a story of Icarus. You know, you got more personable, like you was actually doing your little flows or you look like trying to rap.
Oh, it's Drake time.
Yeah, your little baby Drake, little baby Drake.
To me, that was like if Drake were to take his views to CLB era rapping wise and put it on like blog era-esque, like middle of the blog era production. Which I'm just like, dang, like if we got a Drake project like that back then, bro, I know, but them hip hop allegations of he's not hip hop, those be gone.
But yeah, I was trying to think of something, but yeah, I think you good, bro. Like especially when you doing this type of stuff, you just bring your energy, your character in this. What's the word I'm looking for? Charisma. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be straight, bro. Like you got some stuff. And I'm like, dang, I might have to put this in the playlist. You know what I mean? Wasn't nothing bad, but yeah, it just that miscarriage track, bro. You a little wild for that one, bro. Not for the topic. I know it's probably something you actually experienced, but I'm saying. Just on that type of beat, you know what I mean? Just trip me out, bro. I love what that fucking feet is. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, man.
For me, you told me to check out Story of Icarus just to see what it was like. And I'm glad I checked it out because I'm like, all right, so, because making this type of music right here, if you don't make it well, it can get very repetitive, and it could not be good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he kind of like, based off of what I've heard, obviously, you kind of balance it out. Where Story of Icarus, you're more on your rapidy rap, but you're on like your Drake rapidy rap, kind of, where it's like you do the cool like double entendres or the flips on certain things. While this is like you're not trying to come in here and be the best rapper. You're trying to come in here,
easy listen, chill,
bring up the energy, keep the vibe going. And to me, you did enough in terms of like variety, where it's like production wise, you give me the high tempo tracks, then in the middle you give me the slizzy tracks, which to me this doesn't sound aged. But it can still be because a lot of the YNs now, they kind of use like similar kind of sounding beats or a bit more evolved beats from this. And so for me, this type of sound can still carry on towards like, I'm trying to explain this well, towards like it don't sound dated. It don't sound aged. Like you sound like you actually, because there's some people I heard, I'm like, ooh, like that beat sound like it should have been like, like 05. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for this, to me, it sounds like you're with the times. Like I said, you gave me the variety of, you give me the high tempo beats, you give me the slizzy beats, especially with it being in right now. And then you give me the high tempo stuff, even though the miscarriage one was a bit lower tempo.
Yeah.
But it was too high tempo for the actual subject matter.
Yeah, that would trip me out, just subject matter.
But overall, I enjoyed this project. And like I said, my favorite tracks, My Brother's Keeper, Make It Out. Like I said, I'm getting a little slizzy. And then Acting Different.
Yeah,
I had fun with this project. I really enjoyed it.
But I think from him, like, him as a personality, like on his podcast as well, like, you know, he kind of showed like, man, he a dweeb, bro. He a nerd, bro. He a nerd, bro. And like, he likes different types of music. So sometimes I want to feel this way, sometimes I feel this way. That's all it is. Just it's the duality of a man.
For me, I didn't know what I was going to get into because I'm just like, am I going to get like Uzi? Am I going to get like him trying to be rapping like Meek Mill, Beanie Siegel? Because Philly, they don't really have a distinct sound.
Oh, yeah. And he got the bald head now, bro.
Oh, yeah. He got the baldy now.
Boy look like Freeway and stuff.
But yeah, I didn't know. I'm like, is Dom actually rapping? Or like, or is he going to like, what is he going to do? And to me, I'm like, for this, he obviously gave me more akin to Uzi. And the sound of like Uzi during the SoundCloud era. Obviously not as bubbly and vibey as Uzi, but...
Nah, this man, hold up, bro. Hold up. We can't leave without him saying, on Acting Different. She giving him head and he just grunting in his thug stance, something like that. I'm not mugging, I'm just grunting. I'm like, that's some Philly shit, bro. Like, like some Philly, like, yeah, bro, I don't even moan when I'm getting head. You hear that, bro? Bro, you gotta listen to what he be saying, bro. He be wild.
Some stuff, it's Dom. It's Dom. It's like, for me, it's like, it don't...
Surprise you for some of the stuff he's saying?
It's not that it surprises me. It's like, oh, he said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but it just threw me off.
Sometimes, when I first came into this, I don't know if like, oh, are you taking it seriously? Or are you like just playing around, like goofing around? Like, you know, like it's parody music. Like, I didn't know at first. When I heard it, I'm like, okay, like you actually trying to catch a vibe. I'm like, so.
No, he actually raps, though.
Yeah.
He actually raps.
On the Story of Icarus.
No, I'm saying, but I'm just saying he actually be rapping. Like, he been rapping for years.
Oh,
like
I thought you meant like he was rapping
I think
here.
I think homie was rapping before he was podding. He be rapping.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I think he a rapper.
Hey, like I've said before, sometimes your first love ain't gonna be the thing that takes you off.
Hold on, man. Maybe he can get taken off on rap. What you trying to just shut this man down? Say, hey, no, hey, stick to podding?
No, I'm saying...
You just told him to stick to podding.
No. I'm saying, because I told you before, remember when I did the video game stuff?
Yeah.
Remember, we done the
we done
stuff
pods,
before.
yeah.
that really wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I did the manga stuff. Even though it's not my first love, that's the thing that took me off. And now I've doubled back to potting.
Yeah.
And now we doing our thing.
I know, I'm just
And we
messing
grown.
around. They podcasts remind me of our old podcasts. Like without, bro. But I think we was a little.
We was a lot more
way
wild.
wild, bro.
Based off of what I've seen.
But nah,
Like, they're cool. But we was like,
was crazy.
we was talking like no one would ever hear us.
Yeah, bro, we was wild, bro. Yeah.
And we've grown.
Now we've grown, yeah. See, I'm
Yeah.
father, husband, you know what I'm saying? I gotta switch it up a little bit, bro. But Dom, man, I think you got something, bro. Like listen to your story, Icarus, and this, and I'm gonna go back and listen.
I'm
to
only
some
going
of
to
your-
listen to 20 something because you said that's his more personal.
You said it's your
his
more
best.
personal project. I'm gonna go check that out as well, man. But I see you take it seriously, and I did a little scrolling down your IG timeline. I seen Skinny Dom rapping and stuff when you was a kid, I guess, like a little younger. So I was like, all right, he been rapping, okay. But all right, keep doing your thing, bro. Submit some other stuff, bro. If you got some any new stuff that's coming out, bro, we'll support, bro.
Yeah. Just let us know.
Hey, you big creators support this little creator right here. But he got his other stuff. But we little here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my own thing.
Yeah, he got his own
on
other
my
stuff, too.
Solo channel. But this is mostly my main channel now.
Yeah.
I spend a lot
Not
more
on
time
on
this.
the hip hop.
Like, I don't even spend time on my main channel like that anymore.
Yeah.
That's my side chick now.
That's your
This is
side.
my main baby right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Dom, Sharpe, Days
out-
Before.
shout out
I
Pot-
enjoyed this project.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Shout out Potty Mouth, Lil 4 and everything, man.
Yeah.
Bro, you
Shout
knew
out to
4
you.
was like 5'3", bro?
No, I didn't.
Damn, homie little, bro. I thought I was little, bro. Hey, bro, I'm a big man to him, bro.
That's that little Uziism. But we got the last project of the week B, and we've already given our first impressions on this, but it's time for us to give our full-on review since we've been able to live with it for about 3 days now. Kendrick Lamar's GNX.
Yes, sir.
Now, we've already given our first impressions, so if you want to check that out, we have a full-on episode of our theories or speculations, what this could mean for Kendrick Lamar. And ever since then, he's dropped his music video for Squabble Up. People have been loving it. He even has a reference to Ice-T's album cover.
Yeah.
He has
lot of
the
hyphy
Pan-African flag in the background. A lot of people...
That's an African American flag, not Pan African.
Well, that's what people were saying.
Yeah, they didn't get that out of here.
No, well, B, that was the Ebony Prince flag. So that means that Ebony Prince was his burner. Correct?
That's crazy. What if that really was him though? Like Kendrick.
I feel like it was.
You think it was him, bro?
Yes. Kendrick is so unhinged. He hasn't done... The only thing unhinged would be if that was his burner.
That'd be crazy.
That would have been the most unhinged thing he's done. But to me, he hasn't done nothing like crazy unhinged. People's like, oh, Kendrick is Black Air Force music on this album. I'm like, y'all have not heard Black Air Force music. I'm going to just let y'all know this right now. Because this is not Black Air Force. But Kendrick Lamar's GNX. B, I have my opinions on this album.
Yeah.
Ever since we first reviewed it, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Because while I thought that I liked the direction that Kendrick went on here, I didn't think it was his best project.
Yeah.
And obviously this was based on my first impressions, based on my other first impressions of all those other projects, right? And I ranked it like his second to third best project, album-wise, that he's been releasing since, I believe, Overly Dedicated. And for me, I gotta say that to me, this is still his second, I don't want to say it like this, his second worst project.
Yeah.
Out of his discography. Now, I'm not saying just because I say it's the second worst, meaning it's bad. Kendrick Lamar has one of the best discographies in hip-hop when you look at the overall rating of it. Mr. Morales is his worst album for me. I'm not saying because of the subject matter it's bad or anything like that.
We talked about it. We talked about it in the reaction.
But, you know, I got to let them
No,
know
I'm just
for the
saying. I
people.
remember you saying that.
Yeah. And we've reviewed Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers on the channel, so go check that review out if you want our full thoughts on that. But Mr. Morales isn't a bad album. To me, it's a mid album. And I don't think it's a bad album because subject matter, he's touching on some touching things.
Yeah.
But also sonically, it's not all the way there for me. It's bloated. This album right here, it's like what, 12, 14 songs? 40-something minutes?
12 songs, 44 minutes.
And Kendrick is getting in his West Coast bag on this album. This album randomly dropped. It randomly came out. We was in the middle of our day doing what we was doing. This randomly dropped. I'm like, okay, everything is stopping. Emergency episode happening
Emergency
tonight
episode.
because we got to talk about this. Because when Kendrick drops,
The world stops.
the world stops. The culture stops. It focuses on Kendrick.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people saying, see, that's because Kendrick has something important. No, it's just because he don't release that much. So it's an event. We got to be real.
Also, you got to think about the year he had with Drake.
But I'm saying in general.
This is going to be, I understand, but this was going to be different
Monumental and everything.
than any other thing.
And so, as a Nation of Drizzlon myself, Kendrick has been on a phenomenal run this year. He had the beef. He was been dissing Drake. He ducked off since. He's been popping out with this album. Whacked Out Murals, B. Great way to start the album. Great way to set the tone.
Fire.
Loved it. Was he throwing a shot at Wayne, B?
I don't think it was a shot at Wayne.
I don't think so. I think it was him acknowledging that he's seen what Wayne said.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think... I have my thoughts about that. We'll talk about that later in the episode. I don't think Wayne was mad at Kendrick. More so like the result of like who would have got it either way besides Kendrick. Not just because it was Kendrick himself.
Yeah.
But besides that, Whacked Out Murals, fantastic start. Squabble Up, the Broccoli song, formerly known as Broccoli. I'm like, dog, this was never known as Broccoli. Y'all called it Broccoli. Squabble Up, great second track. Luther, with that Luther Vandross sample, B, still good. With SZA on the hook, Man at the Garden, One Mic Vibes,
Yeah.
I Deserve It All.
That joint
Good
fire.
track. Then we get Hey Now, Hey Now, Say Now. Good West Coast track. Reincarnated. This is why I'm starting to get like. I started rolling my eyes. That's because for me, when it comes to Machiavelli production or Machiavelli Tupac era production, I'm like I like Me Against the World production. Like I'm still on All Eyes on Me because it was bloated. But yeah, Machiavelli production to me, it always had that weird sound that I never really fully connected with. There's songs I like from Machiavelli, the Don Illuminati album, but that production style to me, that's the one thing that holds me back on that album. I'm just like, oh, that production, like it's different, but I'm like, I don't really get down with it like that. And obviously he's using the Made N-Words sample. TV Off.
Stand out on the album.
Mustard! Yeah, that meme got ran to the ground.
Because he was just saying how like it was so crazy that I peeped that he was like gonna go to New Orleans with the LA swag or something saying mustard. Because I think he was saying it from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I first thought when I heard that.
Like when I heard, I didn't like when I first heard. I never peeped. I peeped the New Orleans, but I didn't pick the context of the Super Bowl is in New Orleans.
Oh, that's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I didn't even put it together.
That's why I was like, is he talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, though. I wasn't sure. We got Dodger Blue, which a lot of people, nobody's talking about this one, which I agree, but also,
that's on fire.
To me, this is a sleeper pick. Like, this is
that's
that one. We got Peekaboo, AZ Chick, did his thing. Heart Part 6, one of the best songs on here.
Fire.
GNX.
Some people don't like it. Some
to
people
me, I'll be real with you. I'm not going to lie, B. One of my biggest problems of the album, after doing multiple listens of this, because I've listened to this like 5-6 times, the features are the weakest part to me. And that's not the worst thing. I'm not saying the features are bad, but they don't do much for me. Like, they bring the flavor of West Coast, but sometimes I'm just like, some of these guys just sound like broke down YGs. Well, I'm just like, put YG on there. What's the best way I can say this? Like I said, the features didn't do anything for me. I'm just like, I need to check that guy out. Like, I want some more West Coast, and I want it from that guy. None of these guys gave that to me. And at points, some of these banger tracks for me, I'm just like, like, they kind of wearing off on me. I like TV Off. Hey Now is one of those ones that's kind of wearing off for me. I like Peekaboo. GNX is one that wore off for me. Gloria is another song that wore off for me. I'm like, kind of feels a bit corny now.
Yeah.
Especially when you know the context and if you listen to it multiple times. Like, I get it. It kind of wears its welcome for me. Good outro track. But in terms of a track I'll return to, never. Heart Part 6. I don't know if I said it at the beginning. It's either Man at the Garden or Heart Part 6 is the best songs on this project right here. I love the story that he tells on Heart Part 6, but also I love the message and his story, not his story that he has with Man at the Garden. Luther, I like the sample more than what Kendrick is rapping on that song. I like the hook more than Kendrick on that song. Squabble Up is obviously, I still love that. Whack Out Murals, I still like that. But yeah, some things that I really liked on my first impressions, I will say kind of waned off on me after a while. So I will say that we did need that first impressions, but also we needed this.
Yeah. After you sit with it longer, a few days after. Yeah, bro.
But B, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, hey, I like this album even more. I like it even more. Only thing that kind of wore off for me is, I guess GNX. It's not bad. I still like it, but that's the only song I'm all right. This song right here, I can do without. But to be honest, bro, I love this joint. And the crazy thing is about this album, bro, at first I was thinking maybe he got more to say. Bro, he good with this to me. Me listen to him more, I'm like, he gave you pretty much things people wanted. They liked the Not Like Us track. He gave you more of that West Coast feel. He speaked about the battle. He's speaking about everything that's going around in this year. He gave you the cool little Luther track with SZA. He gave you the Heart Part 6, dope production. He put the homies on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the features they did it for me, bro. I love the features on Dodger Blue.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dodie 6. I love the AZ Chick or whatever, and I like the Young Threat and Peso on GNX, and of course Scissor's a cheat code. I thought they added more something different to a Kendrick album. Him also bringing with that production, and then I first Reincarnated was a track I didn't really care for as much. I liked it, but it was like one of the weakest tracks. Vanaz a stronger track to me. Just some of the context that you're talking about and him like breaking down like the devil part. I don't know, it added more to it, and I loved it on like on that production as well. I don't know, the story felt better on that production. I was like, dang, it kind of meshed well to me.
Is it better than the original song, B?
Nah, I love that Tupac. I like Made Niggas. That joint fire. It was on a gang related soundtrack from the last movie he did. I remember. Yeah. But and then TV Off is just, I love that song especially. But Dodger Blue is probably like the track, and then like Whacked Out Mirrors, bro. To me, I don't know if that's the best track to me, bro.
It's like Kendrick is telling me you got something to say.
Yeah, I think
that's that
because I think it brought that energy at the beginning, and then that beat switch, bro. And he said, "All I ever wanted was a G." What he say? Jamming Nita Baker in the tape and the beat. Boom. I'm like, dude, that's just fire to me, bro. And like all the Hey Now Say Now, TV Off. I know some people was complaining about the hooks that are squabbled up. Like Hey Now Say Now, turn the TV off. I'm like, yeah, they're repetitive. Like, but it's just the vibe of the track. It's like, what else you want him to say on that? Like, give me a better hook for that. To me, that's how I was thinking. I'm like, you have a problem with those hooks. Come on, give me a better hook for that. Think of it. I'm like, it's on those type of beats. I think most people, especially like in the Bay, they just repeat. It's like a Bay Area tribute. Like some of this stuff is not for people. It's regional. To be honest, yeah, it's some people like, well, where we come from, the Houston area, like we jam slow down music. Some people probably won't rock with that. Sometimes it's regional. This speaks to my region. And I feel like this album is like, you could tell like Kendrick's growing, in his career. He's doing more for his city. It's like he always been doing it, but now it's like, oh, y'all questioning what I'm doing? I could show you now. Like I'm at the point, I'm at the show you stage. Like he said, it came me the whole thing of him being like, no double entendres, bro. I'm just gonna let you know what it is. On Whacked Out Mirrors, like, I'm letting you know what it is, West Coast right now. So I'm putting on the West for some of the young cats. I'm putting on the West for like some of the production choices I'm changing, even just the style. Like hate to say it like this, but I'm dumbing myself down, like in a way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what threw people off of it, not feeling like an album for him, because it's the 5 tracks that's just West Coast tracks, and they're like, this not the West Coast like he did on Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I mean? So it kind of left people like, I wouldn't say undesirable, like undesired, like, it didn't give me that heady stuff.
Unsatisfied?
Yeah, that heady stuff. But he kind of made something for most people to like get live to. Like he made stuff that's like enjoyable, listenable music sometimes. Cause like, to be honest, bro, it's kind of hard to listen to Morale and Big Steppers at times, bro. Like it feel like a chore.
No, not kinda.
Yeah, so I'd be like, it's some like Rich Spirit. I told you that's my joint. But there's some tracks on here I'm like, I don't wanna listen to this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But here, bro, this album flows to me like, I was like, I'm like, these 2 albums, bro. Like I said, like it's damn 2024 to me. Just West Coast more. But I'm like, dang, do I like this more than damn?
Me?
But I had to go through the track list. I was like, DNA. I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Then I was thinking, I'm like, nah, I like damn more. But still.
Okay.
But GNX, to me, really good project, B. And I'm like, dang, this might be my number. This might hop in my album of the year joint, like in my list, not being the album of the year. But I'm like, I cannot stop playing this joint. Like, I was like, it's not wearing off of me. I'm liking it each listen. And I was like, dang, I don't really need more. Like,
somebody, I guess, data mined the info and saw that this says CD1.
For real?
And people saying, oh, there was 2 GNXs in the video, and the song snippet in the trailer for this album.
Maybe he do got more stuff, but I don't know. To me, I'm cool.
And then, the hitter dude, should we spin around with the deluxe, or it was Daylight? One of them 2 cloud checks. Oh yeah, Daylight blocked me.
Oh yeah, you showed me. That tripped me out.
I'm like, he watches the show, man.
Yeah, like, man, I like Daylight though. Daylight can rap. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, his second part of the verse was fire. I was like, dang, I kind of like this. His first part felt like he was off beat. And then like the second part kind of felt better on it.
I guess for me, like, yes, I get that they set the tone. For me, none of them stand out though.
Yeah.
That's my problem. And taking out the context.
You say AZ don't stand out?
No.
Oh, you might get this? Young Threat stood out to me. At the end.
For me, I want to check out the AZ Chick dude. I do want to
Yeah, I
check
heard
him
some
out.
of
But
his stuff.
besides that, some of the features
I
on
like
here,
Dodie 6 too. He did good.
he's cool.
Yeah, he killed that track.
But besides that, taking the context out of like, oh, he's putting people on from the city. Besides that, if I'm just judging this straight from the music, they didn't really do much for me. If I'm judging it straight from the music.
I'm streaming it straight from the music. This has nothing to do with him putting them on. Like, if I don't like you, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, AZ got our attention on Schoolboy.
I'm talking about the context of, oh, Kendrick, Kendrick is doing this thing where he's putting more people on, more underground artists. I'm talking about from that perspective because,
Oh, that's cool,
while I think
but,
that's dope, taking that context out, just judging the music, features didn't really do much.
but
for
you
me.
know I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
If I don't like something, I'm gonna say it. I don't even think about like the Leffy Gunplay dude. He just had a little pit and that TV off stuff at the end it get crazier. I don't care about that. Get that out of here.
Yeah, no offense, I'm like Kendrick could have done that.
Yeah, I'm like I don't care about that. But I'm like,
yeah, Kendrick gonna listen to somebody.
that was one thing. Oh, he just put somebody on that one. But other than that, like I don't care about him saying that.
Yeah, but overall for me, I still am firm in my rating of this being a
3.5?
3.5 out of 5. To me, it cemented it right there, especially with some of the tracks that I did like, that I really liked, I love. But some of the tracks, I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm like, I can skip this.
Yeah,
But I could listen to the album all the way through and not have a problem with it. This is still good music. I'm not denying that. Kendrick has a stellar discography.
Yeah.
So I want people to know that right now. The only miss he kind of has is really with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Not a completely bad album. Too long of an album, too much blow.
Yeah.
And the sequencing. But for me, like I said, this is the second worst project. So I like this one of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And I think I was more favorable of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers than you were. So, but I mean, if we look at it though, I like Section 80 more. I like Dang more. Good Kid, Mad City more. Not in the order. I like Overly Dedicated more.
Yeah. Even though it's not an album.
Yeah, but they try to switch it up. Then I like
Just more EP better than this? I don't.
I didn't I had to listen to that again.
Oh, my bad.
And To Pimp a Butterfly more. Yeah. I like all of them projects more.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to compare this like, oh, this isn't on the same level of these. If I had to rank his albums of how I feel,
it's gonna be hard to
album,
overdo the classics. Like we understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I'm not holding this up to that same standard if it needs to be that or better. I'm just saying, like, in terms of my placement of if I'm going to listen to Kendrick Lamar music, I'll pick some songs out of here. Will I be mad if I listen to the whole album again? No. But will I choose to? Also no.
Yeah, I will. So like, I say next year I'll be able to like after I listen to it more, I can actually get the recency bias off because it still just came out Friday. I can actually properly rank it and just see how much I return back to it. Because the only album I really return to from Kendrick is probably like
the classic Good Kid, Man City.
Good Kid, Man City, To Pimp a Butterfly, some tracks on To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn. I never really go back and listen to the full project of Damn like that no more. But I go back to Element, and stuff like that. Just like some tracks I love. But I feel like this GNX has some Kendrick tracks on here to me that's gonna remain like some of his top tracks, like Whacked Out Murals. It's those tracks that's like standout Kendrick tracks. I feel like
these to me those are like moment tracks.
Yeah, Hard Part 6, Whacked Out Murals,
because it was highly anticipated.
Facts. And Man in the Garden is one of those tracks for me. And I want to say, those 3 tracks that to me.
Did you put TV Off in there as well?
TV Off can be one, but I mean like those ones that's like those tracks when Kendrick actually saying something. I'm talking about those type of tracks. My bad.
Okay.
I know you brought up Squad.
I thought you meant like standout tracks.
But to me, it's a few standouts. But it's still he put out those tracks to me that was like, oh, these gonna go in your Kendrick like, oh his best songs when it comes to like him actually like rapping or saying something or like being more of a big
having
moment.
A message.
Like, a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think those Whacked Out Murals is like one of them for sure. That's that's a what they call it, a statement. It's a statement track.
But yeah, overall, Kendrick, you did a good job on this project. This isn't one of my favorite from yours, but that's all right though because I still got stuff on here that I'm going to return to. I'm gonna put in the playlist. You gave me some songs on here. You gave me more than what you usually do in terms of turn up tracks. And while I didn't like all of them, while I didn't love all of them, I still liked a good amount of them. And this project does have some standout moments for me from this as well. Squabble Up, Whacked Out Murals, Hard Part 6, Man at the Garden, TV Off. Yeah. Like that's 5 tracks out of like what, 6, 7? That's just off the dome right now. And I'm not even looking at the track list. So yeah, you gave me some tracks that I'm gonna forever be like, oh yeah, when I remember GNX, this is that one song I remember. Those are the 5 I'm definitely gonna associate like when I first hear that album. So yeah, what about you, B?
Oh, the tracks? Oh, it's a good
You got any favorite or you just?
Oh, my favorite tracks. So man, let me look.
When you think of GNX, what's the first tracks you think
Oh,
of?
whacked out murals. Dodger Blue. I love that
Dodger
track.
Blue is a good one.
Hard Part 6. What's another one that I liked? Man in the Garden I liked.
Gloria?
Gloria was cool. It grew on me a little more as well. I didn't talk about that. It grew on me a little more as well. Pickaboo, I love that track. But yeah, he got some on there that I'm gonna think about. Luther even dope. I like Luther, bro.
Like I said, I like the sample more, the instrumental,
And
and
the
Sizzle.
But I liked it.
To me, it sounds like a Black Panther song.
It's that one track. I cannot think of this. It sounds similar to it, but yeah.
No, it sounds like a song off of Dang. That's what it is. It sounds like a song.
It's
off
not
of
loyalty.
Dang. Close to that, maybe.
Yeah.
But it sounds like something off of Dang.
Sounds so
Nah,
familiar.
is it Yaya?
Nah. With it, I know. That's how Yaya go. He is in that flow. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I gotta listen to Dang. It's been a year or two since I listened to Dang. So yeah. Overall, Kendrick, good job. Can't wait to see what you have coming up. Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
You're going to go off with some of these tracks there, and you're probably going to have a pop out part 2 basically. Of
He doing I see at the end of the video he had the Compton Christmas parade. I'm pretty sure he gonna have some. He probably be curating that or something. I don't know. He dropped that at the end of the. I don't know if it means he's gonna do something with that for this year, but him putting it kind of be like, okay, he might do something in Compton. So I mean, it's like he's showing a lot of stuff. I don't know. That could be something they do annually. I don't know. I'm not from Compton. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But that was Kendrick Lamar's GNX. Now, it's time to get into the hip hop discussions, B.
Yes, sir.
Let's start off with the first topic. And we got this from a comment. I forgot your name, but shout out to you. You were showing love in the comment section.
We kind of doctored it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, we kind of changed it up a bit because I believe he asked, what are your top 5 albums
Yeah, like hip hop albums that.
of this year, right?
Nah, he said ever. Like, what you think is your top 5? Like, best hip hop. But
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, like, to add more personality to it, you can think about the 5 albums you had just listened to before. Like, if you're gonna listen to 5 albums, what 5 albums would they be? Like in hip hop. And I was like, okay, that makes me actually think about what I actually would want to listen to. So that's why I doctored it up a little bit. Because I can easily be like, oh, the top 5, like Nas, Ready to Die, and all this type of stuff.
But see, for me, I think this list is going to be different because for me, I could just choose my favorite 5 albums of all time. Yeah. Versus you don't really have like favorites and stuff like that. You have stuff that you love, but you don't really have like a favorites. Like you don't be having like lists like that.
Nah, I don't. I didn't even think of a list on this. I just, from the head.
Oh, you're good. I'm not. But we want to go one by one, or we going to go by our 5?
You can go one by one. You can do your first. And
Okay.
I'll do mine.
I don't know if I did all 5 of mine. My first one, Crit. Forever is a Mighty Long Time.
Okay. Great mixtape.
Forever is a Mighty Long Time. That's the
Oh,
album. That's
Forever,
the double
my bad.
disc.
I'm thinking Forever.
And so, because we had to choose 5 albums, I'm like, all right, I gotta get the albums that have the good amount of content.
So you got a cheat code. So you pretty much got 6 albums because it's a double disc. Okay, I got
Nah,
you.
that's one.
All right.
That's one. But I chose that album because with Big Crit, to me, that's his best project. But also, that gives me both sides of Crit that I really love. It gives me the southern hip hop rapper version of Crit, but it also gives me the other side with the introspective, the more jazzy, more instrumentation, slower type of production that he really
You need
gives
to go
me.
back to that album.
You do.
Been a while.
The more more lower tempo, instrumentals that he gives me on the second side with the more introspection. Songs like Bury Me in Gold, Mixed Messages. I'm trying to think off the top of my head of some of the songs just on that second side. That second side to me is just so. It's just so good, B.
Yeah.
Like the first side, I love the first side. The second side to me is like, this is a soul food right here. Even though the first side, I'm like, this is Whataburger. The second side, what would I give the second side? It's soul food, I guess. Yeah, it's a home cooked meal. Well, that first side is Whataburger. You know I love Whataburger. So, to me, it gives me everything that I love of Crit all in one. To me, at his highest level. But also, like I said, I get a good amount of content from that because it's about like an hour, shy above an hour. So, 2-disc album, Forever is a Mighty Long Time by Big Crit. That's my first one.
So my first one's kind of like a compilation album, but I picked this list like based on like different points of my life. So my first album would be Fresh Prince Greatest Hits. This is the
Like
first.
Will Smith?
Yeah. This is like the first album I ever owned. My granddad bought it for me, and it's an album that it was the first album I owned. I think. Yeah, I owned ever, and I memorized like all the tracks. You know, there's no cussing in it. And like, I think this is the album that really made me love hip hop. I always pick it back to like getting the NWA NWA Straight Outta Compton album on cassette. But I think it really was the Fresh Prince Greatest Hits was the album that made me love hip hop. And like, even though most of the stuff on here is way before my time, and like I knew Will Smith from Fresh Prince. So seeing that cover with him in like blue jeans and jazzy whatever, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. It was a rapper, you know what I mean? I was a kid.
Rapper DJ duo.
Yeah, and like from like I Can Beat Mike Tyson, from Nightmare on Elm Street, like all these tracks. Parents Don't Understand. Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. Yeah, I was like, bro, ain't nothing but trouble, bro. I'm telling you, wildin', bro. You got to get on that. That was like that album.
I heard some of it though.
You saw my blanker. He
said there was no cussing in it.
Well, that one was a cuss word. I forgot. I was supposed to be listening to that. Just swept down for the thrill of the night. Some. What do you say? Plus, I had a rash on my butt. Bro, hey, yo, Will Smith was wilding on that track. But that album just reminds me of some times when I was younger. Listened to that on my little radio I had. And, you know, fun memories, man. And it'll be something I always enjoy. I love that compilation, that Greatest Hits from Fresh Prince. So that'll be my number one. Something different, you know.
Yeah, that was definitely different.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
Yeah. It's me. Yeah. I'm not predictable.
Oh, okay. Second project I have, Absol's Control System.
Amazing.
One of the best projects in TDE, which was sadly left off that list that we'll talk about later. Absol's Control System, to me, this was like, I might be in love with lyricists.
Yeah.
But it has to be the right lyricism because Absol could give you these, Absol could give you these really thought out tracks. And the way that he conveys the actual message, the way he conveys the story, the way he conveys his lyrics over it, I'm just like, this is perfect for me. Like, and I know he doesn't have any bangers per se on Control System. Some of the songs, like track 2 coming right after track 1 with him and Janae Aiko, or is it Jory Lowe? I forgot her name. I think the one that
Jory Lowe. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to say her name. Lori Joe.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Songs like that. Track 2, Pineal Gland, Terrorist Threats with Danny Brown. To me, Absol gave me such a versatile album while still like doing so much with it. And like that one story of Double Standards, Are We Living? Or the song, it's the one with the double cup. It's the one with the screwed.
I can't think of it right now. I'm blanking.
I'd let it know. Well, man, you know, I know what. Dang, he uses that sample from I Love the Dough, but dang, I forgot the name of the song.
I gotta re-listen
the
to
song
it.
with him and Schoolboy Q, Druggies with H
Drug
Words Part
Hoes.
2,
Yep.
Black Lip Bastard remix. The song where he's talking about, like, you know, him having his disease and, you know, slowly going more blind and more blind over time, and like his sister not even recognizing him after a while his lips are getting blacker. It's just so much like great stuff in that album where it's like it gives you the perspective tracks, the introspective tracks,
His
it
magnum
gives you
opus.
the conspiracy
His
tracks.
tracks.
So it's like, yo, Absol, you need to chill right now. I'm talking about Obama's a puppet. I'm like, hey, I'm like, yo, so I just got to this album. Do not get assassinated.
Do it all Will when he was wild and
Yeah,
conspiracies.
that's why I'm just like, hey. Like I'm like Kendrick, hey.
That's what he did that on this last album. He was like, I did not threat the president. What did he say? Yeah.
But yeah, for me, Control System has every facet that I would love for like a pure lyricist on the level of like someone like Absol to give me, while also giving me very accessible music as well. And while it might not be the most accessible music, like his latest album, Soul Burger, to me it's still accessible for someone like me who is a Nimrod. I'm a meathead who can easily get into this, get the concepts that you're giving me, but also hit me with that lyricism as well. Like Pineal Gland, the way the production was on that, I'm like, oh, it was all a dream. I'm forever rapping. I'm like, come on, dog. I'm like, you gotta chill out, bro. But yeah, Absol's Control System, yeah, that was my number 2.
Hey, my second album, bro. This album meant so much to me.
Boy, this about to be a curveball for a lot of y'all.
As a middle schooler, bro. I went through an era when I was like a badass kid, bro, and I thought I was just hard, fighting people, being in trouble. Lil Boosie, badass, bro. This album,
is that a Southern Classic, B?
bro? This album.
If we made a top 30 Southern Classic album,
it's in
would it
there,
be
bro.
there?
Yes, bro. You
'Cause we already
don't
did the first
know
15.
my struggle. Set it off on this joint,
That's the hood anthem,
bro.
right there.
Come on, Come on, bro. It's so much on here. Hey, you made that fun. I can make that shit hard. Come on, bro. It's so much on here. Purple. Is purple on here? No, yeah. Smoking on that purple. Eat my mind. It's that shit. We get high too. Yeah, bro. Come on. Murder. Dog.
It brings the coon out of
Bro,
you.
I used to be wild and I was bad as hell around this time of my life, bro. And I love this project. That's what I'm saying. Each of these 5 albums are gonna be very pinnacle times in my life. And this is something I will love to listen. Because I gotta have the ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have a little ratchet in you, you know what I'm saying? Let me add that to my library. It's been so long since I played this. That's what I like. Come on, bro. Man, Boosie has some stuff. I remember, nigga. With that. Bro, it's gonna make me get wild in here, bro. Hold up. But nah, if y'all guys, you know, I know y'all think Lil Boosie some Vlad interviewer, that's all he is. But man, Boosie used to put out.
There was a time where he was highly respected.
Yeah. Boosie is like, he used to tell, like, he made you feel him back then, bro. Like, the story, you like, I wasn't doing stuff Boosie was doing, but I was surrounded by a lot of that stuff. And you just relate to it. And the people that was doing the things that he was doing, you know, I was in the car with them, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes in the house with them, you know what I'm saying? But it's like.
This is when you used to have that super high-pitched voice.
Yeah, his high-pitched voice was like, it was a standout, bro. Sometimes you'd think he was a woman, especially like when I was growing up.
Like
when I
Frieza.
first heard his stuff as a kid, I thought he was a girl. I'm like, who is this girl? You know what I mean? But it's Lil Boosie, bro. Hey, man, this was right here is an album that just like shaped me as a middle schooler at the time. It was bad. So yeah, man, Lil Boosie, badass. Come on, man, classic, Southern classic to me. It's very special to my heart.
I need to go revisit it. I haven't heard it in I don't know, since I was like in high school or middle school.
Man, got you mad. Hey, bro, come on, bro.
Look, he trying to get out of his body right now.
I had this joint on CD and everything, B. I had the bootleg too. Yeah. What's your next project, B?
My next project, Drake's Take Care. Now let me see which Drake I. Okay, so I had to do the rule. Yeah. I was like, okay, I gotta put one Drake project on here. It was between So Far Gone, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same. And you know I love Nothing Was the Same. But I had to put Take Care on here. Because I'm like, all right, if I'm going to choose a Drake project, Scorpion was also a contender as well. I got to choose the bang for my buck in this situation. So I had to choose the one with the most tracks, with the most different variations of track, where he got the poppy radio track with him and Nicki Minaj, Make Me Proud. He has the pop track with him and Rihanna. He has some of the rapping tracks like with Underground King, Lord Knows with Rick Ross. He has some of the softer songs, Camera, Doing It Wrong. Some of the introspective tracks like that. But then we also got the slow jams like the The Motion? Yeah, not the Motion. The one with the Juvenile sample. Girl, what you doing?
Practice.
Oh yeah, Practice. That's what it is. Practice. To me, this gives me a lot of like areas of Drake where I'm just like, dang, like first of all,
this album, I thought about this album, but I was like, dang, I'm gonna choose one album over it.
But see, I chose this album because this was a moment in my life as well, like you said. And like I said, Nothing Was the Same to me is the better album, but it has lesser tracks on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, if I gotta go for my bang for my buck, and I'm getting the most variety for a Drake album, because to me, Nothing Was the Same is a bit more consistent and it doesn't give me as much range as Take Care does, which could be a good thing back there depending on how you look at it. But I want the most range I could get. And like I said, I could have said Scorpion, but Take Care, I have such an affinity for that. Just the way that he starts it off, going into the second track with I can see it in your eyes, you're angry. Then the Crew Love and all that.
The Crew.
Perfect 3-run. I don't care what no one said. No, headlines. Then the Crew Love.
Yeah.
Perfect 4-track.
I remember you used to hate headlines.
No, I used to love headlines.
I thought you did not like it.
No, I love
You say
headlines.
you didn't like how he was talking tough or something.
No. That was everybody else that was saying that. Me, I never.
You did not
I used to
like
make fun of him
You
saying for the
Catching
talking
the Body.
Tough. Because I used to make fun of that, but I love that track though. Because I remember I used to and that's another thing. I used to always play that track whenever I was playing Red Dead Redemption. And so I have fond memories of that.
Okay.
Me and my homie Chris, we be online. And Tate, my little brother, he sent me a video he sent me a screenshot the other day. And he's playing Red Dead Redemption on his PS5. And he put Spotify up and he sent me a picture of him listening to the headlines while playing it. I'm like, man, memories, man. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, Drake, Take Care. I have nothing else to say about this. You go ahead.
So I was thinking about Take Care because I was thinking like my high school, but like the album, it's like I cannot leave this album out because it's probably just the most important album in my life. Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, like I have to put it in there.
I knew he was going to.
Yeah,
I just didn't know where.
Yeah, I have to. I just did but Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon was an album that really shaped me. I went through a lot during that time, and I think this is the album that made me just, just be who I am. I was a dweeb, bro, but a lot of stuff I'd be around. I used to be around the bad kids, and some people I used to have to hide who I was. But like this album, Kid Cudi made me feel like I can be you. You can be this weirdo black kid, bro. Just embrace it. Embrace your nerddom. You don't have to hold it back no more, bro. Just be you. Don't turn off the music don't turn off your rock music when you got it playing when your cousins come over.
I definitely do that.
Let me change this real quick. Say something.
Like I got a whole playlist where I'm just like, I'm switched.
I just like, oh yeah, they can't hear this. But I don't know, but him, especially all the other things I was going through around that time, it just made me be like, you know what? Let me be me, man. This album means so much to me. And if I do have a favorite album, it would be this album. This is the first album that I will give to my son to be like, yo, check out this. I talked about this, like, yo, listen to this.
Well, if he's like, damn, this is whack.
Hey, it's just him. It might be that with him.
Go with
I probably will. But this album, I don't really have to talk much about it because I'm pretty sure most of the people that's watching this, y'all heard this album, and I'm pretty sure y'all like it as well. I don't hear many people not liking this album. You know what I'm saying?
Except for old heads.
Yeah, I barely hear them talk about stuff, about like Kid Cudi or anything like that. But man, Kid Cudi, Man on the Move, it's like, what more could I say about this album? It's like, to me, it's a classic in music to me because it shaped so many kids today. And his newest stuff shaping kids now, obviously. But Kid Cudi, Man on the Move, man, will be my third album that I have. What about what's your fourth? No, it's your third, right? No, it's your
this
fourth.
is my fourth now.
Your fourth, yeah.
So my fourth project, I had to choose between 4 Kanye albums, or 3. It was either My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, College Dropout, or Late Registration. Like I said, I gotta get the bang for my buck. But also, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was on the list.
Yeah.
So I had to choose that. I had to choose an album that gave me that avant-garde, that artsy album, kind of, really. But to me, like I said, this is one of, if not the best hip-hop album of all time. In terms of sonics, just the range that the album goes for. I can't say anything that no one else has said about this album, except for Anthony Fantano, who hates on this.
Yeah.
And thinks that Life of Pablo is better, which he's
I saw some people saying that this weekend.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Insane for that take. But My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, from the way that Kanye curates the albums, from the way the production is on the albums, and just the high points that we have on the album. Stuff like Runaway, Monster, All the Lights interlude into the full song. And then we got Who Will Survive in America. And then the effects that Kanye was using as well in his voice. So Appalled, the fire Sci-Hi verse.
For the Sci-Hi rapper, bro.
Yeah, I told you. What is it? Kanye he cell-absorbed Sci-Hi. He done absorbed them, man. Sucked them up into that tail. Pause. Yeah, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's my number 4 pick. Right. What's yours?
My number 4, I was flip-flopping. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go, this is my era of like, leaving my hometown, getting back into like, trying different things. Like, and I was like kind of like stuck in this world of like underground music. And this album stuck to me. MF Doom, Operation Doomsday. Like, this album right here, bro, I listen to this album. I listen to this album at least 3 times a year. No cap. Like, I know this album like crazy. So this is the album I just remember being, I had a homie named Luis that I was going to school with when I guess technically college at the time. And like we sit in his little neon, bro, and be jamming this. And he'll be smoking weed, and I was just in there going to the store.
Just scaring
I didn't smoke, bro. Facts, bro. And he'll be like, every time Luis would be like, the more you know, the more you don't know shit. And we'd be like, yeah, bro, that's so dope. That's so deep.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
No, he was not 14. He was 18.
You not heard that beat before?
Yeah, I know. No, but we felt like, bro, we'll go skate, drive around his little neon, go to class. But like, man, I love this album, bro. Like Rhymes Like Dime, just the classic hip hop songs on here, the classic Doom tracks, Sade sample from Operation Doomsday. Just everything about this is just important. And it's like, I feel like this album is like the track list and everything, just the sonics of how everything goes is like tracked in my mind. Like I can listen to a song and know what's playing next and next. When you get so familiar with albums.
That's me with Take Care.
Yeah, me too with Take Care. That was gonna be in this list, but I'm like, I'm gonna put Man on the Move. But cause like, bro, like that's how this album is, bro. This is the album that I probably like, I can just close my eyes and probably can like hear it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those. But MF Doom, Operation Doomsday, bro. Come on, I know y'all know that's classic, bro. Classic.
So it's time for my number 5.
This your last album.
It is, and I didn't put this on the list because I was just like, that 5 is too hard. It's toss-up. I said, once I get in that front of that camera, I think I'll know what it is. And I'm gonna just say whichever album comes to my mind first, and I can make it whatever excuse because whatever album I choose,
it's gonna mean something.
Yeah, it's gonna mean something to me. R.I.P. to the GOAT.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Crenshaw.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick.
I have most of my stuff is kind of like well-rounded in terms of regionally. Drake is kind of southern, but he's from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Big Hit's from the south. Kanye's from the Midwest. And dang, who else I had on here? And Absol's from the West. We got another West Coaster on here. While Absol doesn't sound West Coast, his slang is. Nipsey is that West Coast. And from all the people that Nipsey has on this album, to me, if I were to put someone on a Nipsey Hussle album, but they weren't sure of Nipsey Hussle himself, I give them Crenshaw. Because you don't have too much Nipsey to where you just like, you have a good amount of stacked features on there. To me, this is almost like a Nipsey and Friends album, to where it's like, you got Dom on there, Kobe Supreme.
YG on that joint, yeah.
I think so. Rick Ross, Zero, Slum
Yeah, Zero
Thug.
is on there.
There are so many people on this album right here, and there are so many like dope daytime summer tracks, while there's also some really lower tempo nighttime tracks that in college B, this was my number 1 album.
Yeah.
Like I rode around to this album all the time, and no one ever knew what I was listening to.
Yeah.
I always felt like I was the only person in the world who knew Nipsey Hussle. Cause I'm just like, yo, y'all don't know that Nip? And Nip, he motivates me to go get money. He motivates me to become a better me. How people think of 50 Cent, that's how I think of Nip. That's what Nip is for me. And so anytime I play Crenshaw, it brings me back to that college mode where I'm like, yo, I gotta be something.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta put this work in life. Yo, I ain't got no talent, but I got that work ethic. You get what I'm saying? Shoot, today earlier, I was just to some Nipsey Hussle. And I was like, damn, I need to get some money.
Yes, sir.
I'm broke right now. I need to get some more bread. Like, I'm not doing enough right now. So yeah, Nipsey Hussle, Crenshaw. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. Really dope project. My favorite project from Nipsey Hussle besides Victory Lap. B, go ahead and give me your 5th one.
All right, my 5th one is like this one right here. I don't know if many people know this project. I know this artist. He's around. His name Maxo, Little Big Man.
I thought you meant Cream.
No. This is just Maxo. He's a guy from the West Coast. Little Big Man. This project right here is special to me, man. It's like my comfort album. It's the album I'm like, if I don't got nothing to listen to, I put this album on. And it put me in a time of like, you know, just now kind of, I think when he was putting out stuff like, when he put the album out, I didn't listen to it. But when I got hip to it, I knew who he was. But when I finally listened to the album, you know, I just found I had a kid on the way. And like, it kind of was it stuck to me. And like this concept of like the little big man of like growing up, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to a different point of my life of like, you know, I'm an adult, but I'm actually finna go through, you know, parenthood. Like I'm finna be a father, and just subject matter.
Like you not about to spend 18 years on that.
So the subject matter in here, he spoke about like a good amount of friends that, you know, they was doing stuff together, and like I mess with all these girls, and then they got kids on the way, and it's like some people he know that's, you know, dead and gone or in jail, and then at that point in my life, I was losing people, and also like, you know, for to gain a new person in my life. So this album right here is like my comfort album. It makes me feel good, even though he's talking about things on here that's like, you know, personable things, but it just sounds good. Really good production. Got Logie on here that I really love. Pink Saifu. He got Liv, which I think her name is just Liv. She's a singer. She actually from Dallas, and I think they actually date. She's on here, but like the songs like Time, Strong Side, like Kinfo, like In My Pennies, like bro, he got some headphones is dope. Like this whole album is just beautiful to me. I don't know, I think it's really underappreciated. You know, I put a lot of my homies on it in the Discord on this joint. Like I sold my whole collection, except for my like indie record collection. I mean my OG record collection, but this was one of the only albums from my collection that I didn't sell. I just can't let go of this album.
So you still got it?
I still have it. Even though I just couldn't sell it. Even though like, it's just, this album's special to me, you know what I mean? So like Maxo, Lil Big Man, it's not like this album is like, he's not crazy lyrically, nothing like that. He's a really solid rapper, really good production. And like, I feel like he raps when he has something to say. He's one of those guys as well. And like, Lil Big Man is special to me, bro. I love this album. Maxo. If y'all want to check it out, bro, check it out. I don't know if any of you guys familiar with him, but he put out an album last year that was really good as well. Even God Has a Sense of Humor was dope. He put out 2 albums last year. Then he put out like his little like fun, like rappy track. He had like Wild Stuff, Debbie's Son. It was alright, but I'm more akin to the Even God Has a Sense of Humor. You know, he got some good stuff, bro. Baxo, my guy, bro. This dude fire.
I never heard of him until
Yeah.
you. But yeah, those are the 5 albums that if we can only listen to them, these are the albums that we listen to. Let us know your 5 in the comment section down below.
Yes, sir.
Next topic we have Trouble in Paradise in the YMCA BB. Wayne finally responds to Kendrick's quote unquote diss from Whacked Out Murals off of GNX. Wayne tweets, "Man, what the F I do? I just be chilling and they come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction. Not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me. Love." B, is this a sleeping giant right here?
No.
Wayne, you will be a whacked out mural yourself.
Boy.
I don't care what people... Kendrick don't want to see Wayne. Do you know how drugged out of his mind? I don't want to do Wayne like that, B. But, like, Kendrick is, like, sharp right now.
Yeah.
Especially coming off the beef with Drake. Wayne is nowhere near that level.
That'd be like destroying your idol, like just going like, bro, I know a lot. I know more about you than you know about me. I'm one of your biggest fans, and like you get your little self back right now, bro.
The worst part is Wayne got way more to attack than Kendrick does right now.
Yeah.
Because like everything that you attack Wayne, they'd be like, okay, did you get that from Drake or like what?
Yeah,
Like,
boy,
it's like, what?
boy, they had me dying when they said, oh, they showed like an old like Rap City, and they're like, yo, that's like 8 dreads away. Like,
Oh yeah, God, that's what
like yo, bro.
Wayne only got one dread left.
Bro, they like, yo, yeah, wait. Damn, we dying. I'm like, yo, come on, we gonna even do Wayne like this.
Yeah, we're not
So then
gonna
they start
destroy Wayne
posting,
because they start having some what's it called? History.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
revisions.
I'm like, yo, y'all remember Wayne was getting washed up about people, bro. Like, especially like that whack Pusha T. I'm like, yes, I remember that.
But
in
I'm
2012.
saying, but they was acting like Wayne was never dope though. That's what some people was doing on my team.
Oh no, I saw both sides.
See-
I saw people trying to super boost him, and people was trying to.
Yeah,
trash him.
I don't think people realize like I love Wayne. Wayne has a special place in my heart. I got Carter 2 and 3 down there on vinyl.
Yeah.
But B, if this beef were to happen, if it were to get there, if Kendrick were to awake the sleeping giant, there is no destruction happening.
No, it's
Not from Wayne's side, at least. Kendrick could easily, I hate to say it like this, I don't want to be disrespectful. Kendrick could easily wash Wayne right now. It's way too much to attack Wayne on. Even if you're just keeping it based off of looks and music. It's way too easy right now, B. It's way, you know,
Yeah.
it's too, this is an
It
alley.
is- it is easy,
It's like,
bro.
I'm sorry, we're going to look at your catalog. Kendrick's like, well, you just threw the ball at me. Like, I'm about to just slam dunk it now.
Yeah, and I don't even think Kendrick was really dissing him.
No,
he was
I
just,
don't think
he was
he
just
was.
like, I guess my hard work let Lil Wayne down. It was just saying like,
I mean, technically it did.
yeah, because Lil Wayne said it was stripped from him. That's why I'm like, that's the one thing that like make you feel away. If somebody said like, if you got a job and I say, bro, it was stripped from me, but you like, nah, bro, I worked hard for that. But like, I felt like it was stripped, but it's like, come on, bro, come on, Wayne.
Well, that's a sense of entitlement.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where it comes from, but I don't think it's more so a personal thing of against you.
That's why.
Because I'm not looking at what you did to get there. That's what a lot of people, we don't look to see how they got there. We just see the end result.
Yeah, but like, I know what I'm saying, but you'll still be like, you hear me saying, yeah, it was stripped from me.
Yeah,
bro.
you gonna kind of feel
Yeah,
like, are you
'cause-
gonna
but I
challenge?
never acknowledged that, yo, he did good too.
Yeah.
Good job. But if I never acknowledged that, then I'm just like, yeah, it was stripped from me. Like, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, even though, hey man, I worked hard for that
But
job.
do you feel like Wayne still would have had the similar response even if it wasn't Kendrick? I think so.
I think so too, because he wanted it.
Yeah.
I think it was a self.
And that's my thing. A lot of people don't realize, like, you know, with the whole Super Bowl thing, Master P having a bit of a hand in it now for the New Orleans thing, it was kind of leading up to look like it was going to go to Wayne to a degree, to where it's like, okay, we got Master P for this. We obviously gonna get another New Orleans legend, right?
Yeah.
And you know, Wayne was like, you know, I've been working hard. I'm gonna put the work in to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Technically, it was taken away from you, but it was never yours. So therefore, it wasn't taken away from you. It was just not given to you. But also, I don't agree with the Wayne should be congratulating Kendrick. I don't agree with that. You can't.
Nah,
tell me
you gonna
about
tell
Wayne
me
to do.
what to do, bro. Do what I want.
Yeah, like it's like y'all saying that. I don't want to say her name. I don't remember her name. And I don't want to be disrespectful. You know the chick that
Yeah.
not chilling.
Okay.
The other one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other one that said that we like rappers need what's the name, journalists. That one.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said he should be congratulating him. Like,
Yeah.
see, that's entitlement. Y'all feel like Kendrick is owed a congratulations. No one's owed a congratulations. First of all, everything is earned.
Yeah. Everything.
Kendrick earned
Nobody's
his-
deserved anything.
His spot at the Super Bowl. And while I wish Wayne would have got it because of hometown thing, you know, it would have been a nice
He didn't
lineup.
work hard enough for it.
Okay. I understand. See, I don't.
You
see,
get
I'm
what
not
you
trying-
earn.
You're right.
You earned the Louisiana on Amazon Prime. That's what you earned.
Either way, Kendrick has earned and worked his way to get to that Super Bowl. He's done a great job. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Wayne. I'm more of a fan of Wayne than Kendrick. But that doesn't take
Wayne.
away from,
Not me.
You disrespectful. Because the other day, Wayne got this, Wayne got that.
To T.I.? Come on, bro.
Does he still not have that if he was against somebody else, though?
Yeah, he still have it, but compared to somebody else, you might lose.
Wait, you got Kendrick over Wayne?
Yes.
In terms of like who you like more?
Catalog and who I like more, yeah.
Wait, catalog. No. Because when we bring up catalog, you always bring
Rapping
up Wayne's
too?
highs.
Okay, if I put up Kendrick highs, I'm taking Kendrick.
Boy.
Shoot me.
Hey, I'm sorry. I can't do that.
It is what it is.
Hey, nostalgia bias. I admit it right now.
You got nostalgia bias for trying to fight for T.I. All right.
Yeah.
T.I. don't hold a candle to Kendrick either. No.
See,
You gotta understand what you trying to do, bro. You trying to put T.I.
The impact.
Who got more impact, T.I. or Kendrick? Right.
T.I. I'm not here. Kendrick ain't affected nothing down here.
Only
and you run to Atlanta.
Only thing,
guess what? Hey,
only T.I. got. Only thing is, what's that word he made up? Expeditiously. That's it.
Hey,
that's all he got.
Guess what? When Kendrick said you run to Atlanta, so and so. Guess what? Drake can still run to Atlanta and still get what he want.
No, you don't.
He ain't
When's the last time he ran to Atlanta?
Playboy Cardi.
What?
Lil Yachty.
The Playboy Cardi gone. Lil Yachty, he didn't put on everything. All that's rap. It's something
Young
going on.
Thug.
Young Thug was in jail. He didn't run to him. He already had it.
Hey, 21.
Well, they ain't done nothing since then.
Well, shoot, he can still go to Atlanta and get what he want.
He ain't done nothing.
Kendrick ain't stopping nothing over there. Hey,
who said he was? He just brought up a fact. That's
he
it.
ain't running to no
All
Atlanta.
right, yeah,
He had to take a plane.
Come on, chill out.
Like I was saying, he don't run nothing over here in the South. When I'm talking about my Southern
See, I don't
dogs,
run nothing. He runs something in Atlanta. He don't run nothing in the
he's
South.
king of the South, B.
King of Atlanta.
He said he's king of the South.
He not.
Then-
Atlanta barely
then
the
Crit
South
took it.
anyway.
You better stop or you
That's
get Jeezy
not the
on
South.
us. You better stop or you get Jeezy on us, B.
Jeezy not even from from Atlanta. Boy from South Carolina.
Let me go ahead and say the show right now. Let me say the show right now before I start getting. Look, you better stop before we start getting.
I'm dropping too much facts.
Hey, we might get sued just like UMG is for spreading those narratives, B. We saw what happened to them boys NFR.
Hey,
You don't
we're a
wanna be
little
next like
different.
them.
We're a little different. You know what I'm saying? We gonna spit number facts and we ain't ride nobody cock over here. You can blurt that out if you want. Because hey, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 across the board.
No, you're not.
I will. I will.
B, you was literally just telling me that you got a DM from Wayne saying 500,000 to prop up his new album.
That will never happen. I wouldn't even tell you about it. I say that. I get that money quietly. I won't say nothing, bro.
Okay, but since we speaking of trouble in YMC and B, let's go ahead and talk about our next topic. And we talked about it a bit in the news section. Drake wanting to sue, or not wanting to sue, is suing UMG over Not Like Us. And no, he's not suing Kendrick Lamar. He's suing UMG. So this kind of ties in a bit to him dropping 100 gigs on his own website, him dropping some Lucy's on 100 gigs, and all the other artists in the big three as well, from Kendrick to J. Cole, kind of just dropping stuff on Instagram. Now, I'm not sure if J. Cole's independent. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar is, but I believe he has a deal with
Dreamville
him.
has a collaboration with something.
They do. Well, I know Kendrick, I believe, has one with UMG, with him and PG Line. So it's kind of like not necessarily all adding up because we're getting the pieces now. It's like a story right now.
Yeah,
We're getting the pieces slowly, but we just don't know how to put them all together yet because there was inklings of Drake doing something, but we just don't know.
Yeah, because we talked about it. I was like, yeah, what did this mean?
Yeah, we've made a video about this on the channel. We have a clip of it, so go ahead and check that out. But let's go ahead and click on and see what the lawsuit itself says. Drake has initiated legal action against Universal Music Group and Spotify over allegations that the two companies conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. In the filing Monday, November 25th in Manhattan Court, Drake's Frozen Moments LLC, which I've never heard of, by the way, accused UMG of launching an illegal scheme involving bots, payola, and other methods to pump up Lamar's song, a track that savagely attacked Drake amid an ongoing feud between the two stars. Drake's attorney accuses UMG of violating the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, the federal RICO statute often used in criminal cases against organized crime. They also allege deceptive business practices and false advertising under New York state law. The court filings are a remarkable twist on the high-profile beef between the two stars, which saw Drake and Kendrick extinguishing diss tracks. That such a dispute would spill into business litigation seemed almost unthinkable in the world of hip-hop.
Yeah. I want to know what, like, tip them off to this to make them think that, to make them want to, them go this direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, nah, it's no way that this song about me became so popular or something. Like, I just don't know how you get to suing. How do you get to the suing part?
I guess the thing is like, and Nation of Drizzle, I'm here. Drizzy Glazer. I've heard a new one. Aubrey's Angels.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing those.
I haven't seen that one. Don called me that. Shout out to Don.
Yeah.
So the thing is, everybody's criticizing Drake right now. Oh, this is not hip hop. Yeah, the whoop whoop whoop. One, first of all, people that's not calling Drake hip hop, that's calling Drake not hip hop, y'all wasn't calling him hip hop either way before.
That's why I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I don't either. If he was never hip hop, this should be playing right into his game, right? So okay, and y'all literally have already banished him out of the culture, like y'all seemingly said. So why does it matter to y'all what he's doing? Y'all just want to have him under a microscope. Now I'm not coming to Drake Aid and saying, oh yeah, this is the best thing I've ever seen Drake do. No, it's still whack to a degree, but I'm more so questioning. Drake doesn't have a problem with the song itself, because if he had a problem with the song itself, he would have put a cease and desist on the actual song. Yeah, he can stop people allegedly, even though I think it's been debunked, that he was trying to get people, DJs, to stop playing Not Like Us or whatever. It's just weird that there's a song that's calling me a PDF file, and no, I'm not stopping or suing Kendrick for defamation. I'm suing the company for propping it up more. So it's one of those things where it's like, is this hurting your business, or are they actually really conspiring against you to kind of like bury you to keep you like in a contract or something like that?
I don't know. I just feel like if I'm not suing the song, technically you are suing the song if you're going at the company for boosting it up more. Like, what's your goal?
The goal is to see, like, I guess, like, why are you propping this up to hurt me?
Yeah, stop propping it up. Like, kill the song.
Not kill it, but don't like artificially prop it up. Like, let it grow on its own naturally. That's what he's basically saying. He's saying that it didn't get that big just off of its own merit.
I'm just saying, like, him having this big of an allegation, him suing them. I'm like, what evidence? I gotta know the evidence.
But also, J. Cole kind of alludes to this as well, talking about bots and stuff like that in the Port Antonio track.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was alluding to Kendrick having bots.
I'm saying everybody to bots being
because people were saying bots. Period.
Because he was saying bots, it could be like bots like that, or like internet bots. They were saying
internet bots. I was hearing stuff like Drake got bots, Kendrick got bots. I was just hearing all this type of stuff.
But if Drake got bots, though, I'm not saying to you. If Drake got bots, though, why is he losing to Kendrick? Like, I'm sorry, but and especially if it's bots, you could make it look like to where, like, if he really wanted to be Kendrick, he could have really done it. It would have just looked horrible. But also, Joe has said it early on when it first came out, like, oh yeah, Kendrick used bots. Like, duh. Like, he was like, you not like beating Drake's in the number game. That's what Joe was alluding at from Joe Budden podcast on the clip.
Yeah, I watched that episode.
But Drake is alluding that there's bots happening, and there's like, okay, so you guys are like using money instead of, I guess, probably using it somewhere where it needs to be used at, or paying the artist more. Instead, you're using it to prop up this one song, which Kendrick might not be seeing the benefits of that song, which is why it feels weird that they're all releasing songs on. I'm getting my conspiracy tinfoil hat. It's just weird because it's like, oh, y'all got money to put here, but y'all not having more money to pay us. Which is why I'm like, this is all love and hip hop. Yeah. Why are they all releasing tracks on Instagram first? J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, they all tested something. They all in cahoots with something because they know something about Universal Music Group. And also, even though this just happened, as of right now, of this recording, Kendrick hasn't said nothing. Will he say something? Probably not. He might allude to it on the song, but he's not going to say anything unless he calls it out on a big stage like the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm theorizing right now. But it's just very weird to see, like, Drake has this allegation, and Drake isn't really known for, like, their body. Because we've seen Drake lose before, even though it wasn't on this big of a level. He still lost, but this is, like, an immeasurable loss. Like, I'm not going to say, like,
but I don't think
Not Like Us isn't deserving of being big, but he's saying, like, it's bigger than what it needs to be. Like, this kind of seems a bit too, like, too big.
I don't know, I just think it's weird because even without it being a big song, I think he just lost, bro.
No, he did lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he lost.
So I don't know if he's...
To me, without the numbers, he lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't care about the numbers. It's not even a thing. And I was just like, he was being accused of stuff like him being with the music labels boosting him up now. Like, I remember back in the day, like, not even back in the day, like years ago, like him being everywhere, people was getting sick of that. Like, these companies are doing what he's complaining about what they did with the Kendrick song. People were saying it's about him.
I agree.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm saying. It comes off like you're upset you're hurt about it. That's my only thing. Cause I'm like, bro, you was getting these allegations.
That's sort of
nobody sued you, but nothing like that. But it was like I feel like
But also,
every time
I
like the
think
label is trying to push you.
That's a different situation because it's like when you're popping Drake up, like he's not talking ill about someone on a specific manner, like or not like us.
But I'm saying if the shoe was on the other foot, do you think Kendrick would have done this? Like just from like history.
Based off of how Kendrick is, because it just seems like Kendrick doesn't meddle in any of this, but
Yeah.
also Kendrick is independent.
You say what?
Isn't Kendrick independent?
No, he has like he got stuff with Interscope and stuff still with
Does
PG Lang and all that. Bro, a lot of these companies they all partner with these like they gonna have a piece of you, bro. They have a piece like freaking Lucian and like UMG got a piece of Spotify. They get big cuts of that. Spotify better make money.
But that's why he's only going after Spotify. So I guess my thing is like,
Spotify need the labels because they got their music. You know what I'm saying?
well, why didn't he go after Apple Music too or Tidal?
No, Spotify is the biggest one, and so you're looking at what's getting streamed on more. Spotify, and then also I think he brought up YouTube it being copywritten for like, not copywritten for a few, like for them to push it out. But I'm like, I thought that was Euphoria, not like us. But I don't know.
I think Not Like Us was also not
Like
copyrighted
that,
for a little
yeah.
while. Cause I think
And Drake's was too at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Family Matters, it wasn't copyrighted
Yeah.
for that
So-
little while. Because remember, we was thinking about making it our theme.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, good thing we
Yeah,
did not.
do that. But I don't know. I think more come to this, like as more info come out. I'm gonna try to do a little because we barely got to do any more.
This came out like during the hour before.
Like I'm driving, like for the get ready to come over here, like type of stuff. My bad. Before we come over here to like to actually talk about it, but I don't know, man. I think it's really like we never seen nothing like this before, especially being involved in like a diss track. I'm pretty sure people have like artists, discrepancies with their labels. I don't know if I can't think of anybody suing them, but suing them on the lines of a diss track with bots and paying payola to like content creators, and it's a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So next week, that's what I'm saying. Next week we might have more info on this, and I see Act is doing a live stream on this, so I might tune into that like on my way home. But like, I don't know, man. It's getting a little crazy. I don't know. I just want to think like what make you get to this allegation? Like what's the true proof to this? Because if he win this lawsuit, it's some merit. Like what was going on? Like we'll understand.
Well, is it some merit or is it they just are able to use what they have?
That's what I'm saying. Like because I saw them saying that they didn't like it was money that UMG have that they didn't show. Or something like where it was allocated or something like that. Like they got proof of that.
Oh, so
that's why
basically kind of like what I was saying.
So
like they're not getting paid enough.
That's why I'm saying I'm trying to understand like what's there. You know what I mean?
So, you got some fishy business happening over there.
But it's corporate. Bro, I'm not gonna defend the corporate structure, bro. Like
you're not gonna defend the $1 billion company, man?
No, because I know they up to some stuff. It could be both ends of stuff up to it. But maybe it's like you being the big head and like the big artist and you being on the opposite end of it, you probably have the resources to go at them. You know what I'm saying? So this can be a thing of like, this could be a good thing as well of him pushing back to like the corporate structure into the record label. So I just think it's weird just because it's a diss track. That's the only thing that if you put in that element, you're like, dang, he went to the feds or something. You know how people do it. But like, to be honest, like this also can be like something that could actually be like a big movement of like the biggest artists, one of the biggest artists in the world, like going at the biggest freaking record label in the world. So I don't know. I think this is gonna be, this is gonna be history right here.
One of the things I think we was talking about before is that how Drake has he has the most grossing hip hop tour. Mm-hmm. His deal with UMG was with $400 million. Mm-hmm. His tour grossed over that.
Yeah.
So he could have probably recouped on he could have recouped on the deal. Probably paid himself out of the deal.
That's what you net. How much he netted out of
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he netted like.
But I'm pretty sure besides that he also is still getting money on top of his actual music itself. So
of course
he probably could have recouped out of his deal. Which I guess for me, there's something else underlying to where it's like, why get the $400 million deal? Why stay in it? You have one of the biggest grossing tours ever. Why not pay yourself out, or are they not paying you enough to pay yourself out?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it seems like Drake kind of wants to do whatever he wants because he's Drake, and they're not letting him. The Signs the 100 gigs thing, he released that stuff. Then he himself gets it copyrighted on his own Finsta page, and then he has to put it up on streaming.
It's like it's hard to like even speak on this stuff because like I said before, like execs, people that work in the music industry, they don't do interviews. They don't really talk about the grimy side of the business.
Of course,
They just don't. They don't let you know their sauce. So it's like hard to understand this stuff. And like you want to talk about it, you want to know more, but they don't allow you to know more, especially unless you in those rooms. And some of the people that was execs that wasn't in those like C suites, the big suites, like knowing what's going on. Like they just know what they know at that level, but they know that people are getting effed over. But most of the stuff, bro, I remember really trying to like look up interviews of different like execs and stuff and trying to understand like what they do, how do you get in this, bro. They don't even talk, bro. It's hard to find these people, anything. Like type them into YouTube, bro. You barely hear them. You don't see nothing. And I'm like, what in the world? You just see mostly, sometimes they do like interviews, like, articles with stuff, but they like very vague, really vague. So I don't know, bro. I know it's a lot of grimy stuff. It's corporate. Corporate is worse than the streets, bro. So Drake going against corporate, it could be a good thing. I'm even gonna, like, if you want to do the whole jokes about, oh man, this is a rap beef, but if you actually want to think about it,
the business
like
side
the business side of like them actually, if this true and them getting outed for being this, if we know this is a really corrupt corporate system and somebody at the biggest level as Drake going at it, this could be a good thing. You can look at it in that point of view too. I just started looking at it that way. So
I'm just curious to see, once we finish this episode, as the week goes by, what do other rappers have to say? Because I think that will really be the telling part.
I think of course I want to hear Joe Budden point on it, because he gets a lot into like the industry, him being a rapper and stuff, and like he can break down some stuff, and a lot of them been saying about it's something iffy about Drake going on tour, and he's fit to go back on tour. We saw that as well. He fit to go back on tour.
Yeah, on Australian tour.
Yeah,
in
March, and that he just left tour. So
was it March or February?
No, February. Yeah, so. And I think he said it ends in March. So, and it's like an Australian tour, but he's back on tour. So it's like, what is going on?
A lot of people are speculating because he's trying to avoid being in America.
No, that's not even a thing. I think Drake has, he has a big entourage. I think Drake is paying a lot of people, bro.
Why you say that?
I'm just gonna say that, bro. I don't know much, but what I can see in the ties, I think Drake I think he got extorted. I think it's extortion with Drake.
We'll stop right there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get this thing shut down.
Yeah.
Look, we just started. Look, I'm not trying to get sued like MFR.
Yeah.
Hey, them boys didn't post for hours after that. They always retweeting some of their
stuff. Have they posted? Let's look real quick. Let's do the check. We're going to do the NFR check.
Hey, live and direct from the BBC.
Let's see if they post anything, B.
Oh, come on, B. I got to see.
NFR.
Okay.
We have nothing in 7 hours. They have
not posted. Oh my god!
In 7 hours, and this is rare. They posted.
Go to their replies. Go to the replies
and see
if they replied to anything.
No, bro.
Oh my god, they are scared. they are scrambling.
Hey,
y'all better stop sharing Kendrick stuff.
Hey, boy, shivering bitch, boy, shivering in them boots, boy.
Well, hey. We won't have to worry about that because we're going to stay authentic over here.
Authentic.
We keep it authentic and we don't take no payoffs. Unless you want to, pay off for a sponsorship. That's different. Hey, give me a little Google something.
But only, like me, I only want to support companies and stuff that I use, products. I don't want to give y'all something I won't use.
Bump that. I'm telling y'all for real. Hey, this time to pay some bills right now. I'm going to give you my information.
Hey, I just put you in it. You can take that ad. I don't want to lie to the people. Yo, I use this every night.
Look, refer back to this video. Not everything that we get sponsored for, I'm not using it. I said that on my main channel before. Yeah, I used to tell them on Twitch streams. I'm like, yo, y'all gonna have to realize, like, some of my sponsors, hey, I gotta pay some bills around here. I'm like, hey, just because I get it don't mean I use it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like, I keep it style.
Like, you can take it that approach too. I'm like, yo, y'all want it, y'all can get it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I gotta pay some bills around here though if y'all want to keep the content. And people, if they really mess with you, they're like, we don't care what you put out there as long as you get your bag. But but let's go ahead and get on to the next topic because Drake, he's in a very messy situation. Yeah. But let's go ahead and talk about in the last topic before you get your tweet off. HipHopDX, home of the bigger picture. Nobody on the bigger picture made this list, but this list is stinky. Only because it's missing one huge album, and therefore I have to invalidate the whole thing.
Yeah, that album I'm on.
HipHopDX made a TDE ranking of TDE's 20 albums. Mm-hmm. And them memorized did not include Control System.
Sickos, B.
No, let me go ahead and start off from 20. 20, J-Rock Redemption. I love that album. 20 is a bit disrespectful.
Yeah, I think it should be at like
19.
21. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Now you're being disrespectful. 19, J-Rock 90059. Very disrespectful. That album is phenomenal. I definitely put it over this one. 18, Schoolboy Q, Habits of Contradictions. I put 90059 over Habits of Contradictions. I'm sorry. 17.
Yeah, 90059 should have been over that.
17, Kendrick Lamar's Overly Dedicated. I feel like that one's a bit too low. Especially when we get to number 16, Absol Soul Burger. Recency bias. But come on, Overly Dedicated? Come on, B. I'm putting that over Soul Burger.
I'm putting Overly Dedicated a little higher than that.
Well, I'm saying based
Yeah, I
off
know
of
you
what I'm
saying,
reading
yeah.
right now. 15,
I know.
Oxymoron. I'm putting Overly Dedicated over that too. 14, Herbert.
I love that. I love it, that project.
Yeah. 13, Isaiah Rashad's The Sun's Tirade.
Top 10.
Definitely should be over this next one. Number 12, Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Should be lower. Number 11, Schoolboy Q Blue Lips. Okay, I'm cool with that, depending on what else is in front. Number 10, Isaiah Rashad, The House is Burning.
I like that joint, but I
don't
won't
think I
it's
put it
top
over
10.
Blue
I'll put
Lips.
it. I'll switch it with Sun Tirade, like in that 15. I'll put it over there in that part.
Number 9, Doechie's Alligator Bites Never Heal.
That's if they gonna put this on the list, 20 or something.
I think this is a bit too high too soon.
Yeah,
Recency bias.
If it do, it'd be 19 to 20 because Redemption is to me is lower tier to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. 8, Sylvia Demo. Top 10?
I think it top 5.
Sun Siren?
I like Sylvia Demo more.
Okay. 7, Kendrick Lamar Section 80 album.
Okay, yeah.
I'm cool with that being top 10 no matter where. Well, yes, as long as it's not too low. Number 6, Scissors Control. So that means SOS has to be over this.
I don't know why.
I like SOS.
That's why I saw a lot of people saying, "Wow, SOS over Control."
I re-listened to Control a few months ago. I don't know if I told you.
3, they bugging.
Number 5 is Blank Face LP. I think it's the top 5
That's top
TDE
5. That's
project.
top 5.
This is top 5. Number 4, Kendrick Lamar's Dang. Do you think it's better than Section 80?
It's not better. No, it's not even better than Black Lips. I mean Blackface. Blank
Blue
Face.
Lips? Oh,
No,
Blank
Blank
Face.
Face. Yeah,
Oh.
it's Blue Lips not on this.
Blue Lips
it
was on here?
I'm bugging. It's at the end.
Number 3, Scissors SOS. Number 2, Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City. And number 1, The Pimp a Butterfly. I get it. I don't like that Kendrick's taking up like 3 spots in the top 5.
Yeah, I think Good Kid, Mad City could be 1. Pimp Butterfly could be. I could say 2 of his tracks, 2 of his albums, those 2 albums. But damn, I don't think should be in there. Top 5. Maybe to me, I'll put that joint. Like I exchanged.
Look, I seen something about that Pulitzer Award in here.
Because I put Control System. Control System top 5 to me.
B, now you know I'm not gonna argue that.
I'm putting that over there.
I'm putting that.
That's one of my Mount Rushmore TDE joints.
It's top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's in the top 5.
Me personally, I have it as number 1. Me personally, I understand though in terms of like if we were looking at it like without my bias in it, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City should be in the top 5.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Facts.
Control System needs to be in here.
Yeah.
It needs to be top 5. I hate to say this, no J-Rock project deserves to be top 5. Schoolboy Q, Blank Face needs to be top 5. See, that's the thing then. Who's that last 5th spot? If we have at least 1 Schoolboy, 2 Kendricks, and 1 Absol, who would be that number 5 for you, B?
Got 2 Kendricks.
First of all, which Schoolboy would you have for the 5? For the top 5?
It'd be Blank Face.
Okay, cool. We're on the same page. So that means the 2 Kendricks you have, To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City?
Yeah.
And Control System? Okay, so we have the same top 4. What is that 5th album that you would put in this top 5? Because HipHopDX has got it wrong. This is recency bias.
I want to say Sylvia Demo or Control for me. If I'm doing,
All
adding
TDE.
R&B, yeah. But I'm gonna go Control, bro.
Dang, Redemption really is the weakest album on here. Maybe, but to me, that and Soul Burger deserve to be in the same spot to me, like around the same area to me. Oh, but Mr. Morales needs to be lower too, though.
Yeah, but I feel like it should be on the list, but lower.
No, I do too. I think it should be 20. I know it's not because of subject matter and all that.
Yeah.
And people love.
I just can't put it lower than Doechii.
I forgot Doechie's on here. I put Doechii at 20. J-Rock, no, Doechii at 20. Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers at 19. Soul Burger and Redemption, you can put them wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even put J Rock's "Follow Me Home" on here.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
I
They
used
didn't
to
put
be
Schoolboy
jamming
Q
it, though.
Setbacks on here. TDE really has a stacked list.
They got some
No
good
Ray
albums.
Devon, no Sir.
Oh, they didn't put Chasing Summer on here? Oh my God. That's a classic.
Dang, there's
What?
they looked at the rest of TDE. TDE is like, where am
Bro,
I? They said,
'cause
F y'all.
Chasing Summer is amazing.
They said only Black Hippie on this list.
Yeah, I like Chasing Summer way more than SOS. But Controls, I listen to that.
So you can put Controls your 5?
Hell yeah. Bro, I love that album. I can be your Superman.
I could put either.
if you believe.
I see my bias. I want to put 90059 in there, but I know I can't do that. Like that.
That's
that
top
would not
10
sit right
though,
for
what
me.
you think?
Oh yeah.
Why is it so low on here?
Because one, it didn't make. I think this list also has to do with impact. Because I hate to say it like this, J Rock's albums, besides the Redemption one, doesn't really have impact like that. Even though it just has that one big song.
Yeah.
But 90059 had like no like big song from it. Even though it has Money Trees Part 2 on here.
Yeah. Now I
Jay,
find
this is J Rock's magnum opus. Like
That's
that
crazy.
album is one of my that's for me my personal top 5 TDE. That's in there.
I don't know why that's not higher. That album is amazing. And they never dropped a vinyl for that.
No,
They need one.
it
like
says
an
most
anniversary.
notable for the last pure Black
Need one
hippie
next year.
hookup with the aptly Vice is a weed infused gangster rap album that's aware of its lane and speeds down it. As their first signee, Eastside John is a solo TDE, and this is his best album. Dang, so you told me Habits and Contradictions is better than 90059? I don't know if I can agree with that one.
I love both of them albums though, but I think I put Habits above it.
I don't.
I love.
I like Habits though.
We
Habits
should have
is
probably.
really-
I should have made a list. I thought about it, but I didn't.
I mean, we can always make one later.
Yeah, we can make one later.
But I'm trying to see. Set on PG Lane. Yeah.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not valid because they don't got control system on here.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
You
But I'm
having
trying to.
Doechii on here,
But
and
not
no
control-
shots at Doechii is just like not having control system, having Herbert on, having Goldberger on here, Soul Burger, my bad.
But not Control System.
It's insane to me. That's
Literally, they left off Absol's best album.
I think they had it as an honorable mention or something, right?
I didn't see. I didn't go up that far because
Man,
this is just. I'm trying to look for any of the. Well, it's celebrating TDE's 20th anniversary. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't see anywhere where the criteria is for them ranking these.
Yeah, whatever.
I want to see what they describe Doechie's as to rank her that high. One of the most talked about albums of the year, has launched a new star and is deservedly nominated for Best Rap Album of the 2025 Grammys. TDE's first, so far only female MC, could very well go on to dominate hip hop over the next decade.
So it's 9. Okay. Yeah, this pissed me off.
Yeah, Doechie's a bit too high. And this is why that Doechii hate be coming out.
Facts.
But yeah, HipHopDX, you got it completely wrong on this.
Yeah.
There needs to be some reordering. Don't worry, the BBC might have to help fix
Hell
this
yeah.
up for
We
you.
gotta make one, bro.
Yeah. But that's about it for us looking over HipHopDX's TDE ranking. B, I think it's time to close out the show.
Been closing out, man. But this week, man, I didn't get my boy Kick Up. This one, I had something. I've been feeling this way, and I might have to make a topic about this coming up. But this tweet is like one of the best tweets ever. We all know this tweet. You know, if you get offended by this, that's on you. You know, some of y'all don't. This tweet don't apply to y'all, but I'm saying
If it don't apply, let it fly.
facts. I hate white hip hop heads. No offense, I just don't like y'all. I've been feeling that way for a minute, B, on some stuff, bro. I've been seeing on the timeline, and I'm like,
Don't talk about my boy's picture. Does that have a factor in it, B?
your boy picture.
My boy,
Who?
little homie.
What do you do?
That picture, remember? Of you evolve from this to
That adds in there a lot.
That's
It's
what I'm
more,
saying.
it's even more than that, man. It's just so much. I'll be like,
What you been seeing, B? Give me some
I'm
examples.
gonna have the discussion, B. I'm gonna talk about it. I just right now I can't do it.
Is that,
'Cause I gotta have
is
a
that
full-
adding on to what Russ said about how all hip hop media is just white kids that grew up during the SoundCloud era and caught a lick?
See, Russ added some stuff to, bro. I'm telling you, I've been feeling the way, man, and I don't even like feeling this way, but I've been feeling the way, bro.
B, now you sounding like me when we first started this.
Yeah, it's some stuff I've been seeing some nasty stuff, bro. I think we're gonna have to have a conversation. I might save it for next year. I gotta start the year off hot, B. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on a different vibe next year. You know what I mean?
Season 2.
Season 2 gonna be a little different. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just want to leave y'all with that because that's one of the best tweets ever. R.I.P. A$AP Yams.
Oh, that was from him?
Yeah, that's that old tweet. You remember that tweet?
I gotta look at it.
Yeah, hold up, bro. Come on, this tweet get tweeted like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, classic.
But yeah, that's been about it for another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. Let us know what you think about this episode down in the comment section below. Let us know if you listen to any of the albums that we listen to. Let us know if we're tripping or if we spitting facts. Let us know how you feel about Drake suing UMG for Not Like Us being so big and popular as it is. And is he really hip-hop or not hip-hop? Was Wayne tripping for responding to Kendrick? Does Kendrick have Album of the Year with GNX? And also, we had a few RIPs. Well, one RIP, but also a good thing with MF Doom actually making it onto the billboards itself. But before we head out, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already to help show support for free. It's free to show love around here.
It's free, bro.
Wherever you're watching this, listen to this, also show love there by either commenting or ranking the podcast, whether that be Apple Music, Amazon Music if you're nasty enough. You can even watch the YouTube podcast on YouTube Music.
Right, and also, bro, like, he says show love. You can show hate. It's the same energy, bro. It's the same energy.
I definitely need to see the hate.
Yeah, show us some hate because we love hate.
But I will say this. You come at me sideways, I come at you with the same energy sideways.
Bro, hate meets hate. Love meets love, bro.
Yeah.
We all need it.
But we all welcome different opinions.
That's
here.
what I'm saying.
We're not saying that you got to agree with us.
We're not an echo chamber.
But you ain't got to be disrespectful.
Yeah, because he don't, you don't got to be disrespectful. He don't say, we don't think the same. You know what I'm saying? We be on the opposite spectrum on things, man. Come on.
Yeah. But as long as you come respectful, I come respectful. If you come disrespectful, I come disrespectful.
Bro.
I match energy.
I love hate, respect. I like respectful hate.
Same. I like good slander.
Facts.
You come here hating, I'm not going to get offended. In fact, if it's good hate, I'm going to laugh.
But I woke up and saw some wild stuff this morning.
Where?
That boy Dom was wilding. I don't know if you saw this man
Nuh-uh.
telling him F his mama, he hopes she die. I say, yo, homie, wilding. They was on there wilding on each other. I'm like, yo, it is too early, bro.
But with all that being said, if you are an up-and-coming artist and you want your project to be, reviewed, potentially, because it's not a guarantee, we do have a Google form in the link tree down in the description down below. And don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. And just because you submit your project does not guarantee that we actually review it. And just because you submit your project, that does not guarantee it will give you a favorable review. We give our 100% honest opinion, so you can't come over here submitting your stuff and you be sensitive.
Yeah, and one guy that sent your stuff, bro, I think I'm going to send you an Indeed link. That's what I'm going to send you. Because he's getting an Indeed link, B. He's not getting a review. Whatever he's doing over there, he needs to stop. I showed my girl, bro. She looked at me. I was like, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
But that's been about it for the episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase the Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.